What's cracking, yo? What's cracking? What's cracking? This, this. Mm. What is cracking? How's everybody doing, man? Hit the like button, man. I want to know. I want to tell you my name, baby. Say, can we talk for a minute? Come on and talk for a minute. I want to know your name. What's happening, man? How's everybody doing out there, man? Uh, and it seems so much to me, and nothing more precious than to raise a family. Ah, you can count on me, baby. I'll never let you down. Baby, believe in me. Forever, my lady. It's like a dream. No trail mix today. No trail mix today, man. No trail mix today, man. Forever, my lady. Yeah. Mm. Uh-oh. What we got here, man? What we got here? Cracks in the foundation, man. Cracks in the foundation. Cracks in the foundation. Cracks in the foundation, y'all. Diddy's accuser allegedly tried to bribe ex-boyfriend for $3 million to back her rape claims. Jeez. I already let you know where I stood on this case, man. The prosecution has a tough time getting them on the big stuff. They may get them on a bunch of little stuff. They gonna have a tough time getting him on all this big stuff. Pause.
There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality, they're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh?
Miami Beach shaking back his key to the city, man. Diddy, we need your keys, man. We need your keys, Diddy. We need your keys, Diddy. We need your keys, Diddy. The city is locked, man. Next time Diddy go to Miami Beach, you gonna be like, he ain't be able to get in because he ain't got the key, man.
It's me because you're.
I don't care if you have me on recording. I could care less. I just don't want to.
Chemistry continuing from last season. Up went under a move there on the and one.
What I'm afraid of, because of who you are as me, like taking it, and then you like fighting me off of it, and then you go, oh my God, you beat me.
No, I wouldn't do. First of all, you have.
Jalen Green.
This right here is the fakest.
You have.
They trying to railroad this young dude, man. This is bullshit what they doing to this young guy right here, man.
Pictures of it.
This Snow Bunny trying to railroad this young guy, man. This shit is stupid, man.
You have pictures of it right here?
Yeah, and you.
Who's gonna care about that?
Who's gonna care? Who's gonna care?
Bro, there are bruises. You know, I don't even get into that.
But they came from your hands.
Of course they did.
Okay.
Did I punch you? Did I slap you?
Just because you didn't punch me doesn't mean that's okay. Wow.
Hey, look, come back.
Wow.
No.
At the end of the day, if you like the fact that you can sit here and allow
No, because your child has been traveling since 5 a.m. He's been traveling since 5 a.m. and you're sitting here making him crazy to me because you're.
Please. Yeah, I don't care if you have me on recording. I could care less. I just don't want to, what I'm afraid of, because of who you are.
This is just normal shit relationships go through. They want this dude kicked off the team for shit that every fucking couple, young or old, goes through. It's just regular shit, man.
Nice.
Here in Indiana. Hawks.
Uh-oh. Cracks in the foundation. Text messages from Diddy's latest sexual assault accuser alleged that she offered her ex-boyfriend $3 million to back her story. Cracks in the foundation. What's this chick's name? I forgot her name. Gloria Allred. Goddamn piece of shit.
This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. But many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles. I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I'm emotionally scarred. This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. But many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone. In my struggles. I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety.
Charge him with whipping Cassie's ass and let's keep it pushing, man. This is starting to get crazy, man. These broads are demons. This broad is lying. She tried to pay her ex-boyfriend $3 million to lie and say that she got raped by Diddy. Let's charge Diddy with whooping Cassie's ass and let's get on to that regularly scheduled programming.
I'm emotionally scarred. This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. But many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles.
The boyfriend was supposed to say that she came to him and talked about it when it happened. See, if you got people that can say, hey, I remember. Christ. Timing, boy. If you got people that can say, yeah, I remember at that time 4 years ago, whenever it happened, that yeah, she was talking about it, man. She did say she got raped, man. I remember that when it happened, man. It was just like yesterday, man. Yep, she was talking about it so that it can be corroborated. Is anybody gonna sponsor the show tonight, man? We get some sponsors, man, for the show tonight. Some sponsors, man. We get some sponsors for the show tonight. Diddy, man.
I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin. Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships,
God, she's a liar.
or even feel safe
Such a
in my own
liar.
skin.
Jeez.
Flashbacks,
It's
nightmares,
ugly.
and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle. It has been hard for me to trust others,
Man.
to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin.
Damn. Diddy ruined her whole life, man. She reached too far, man. She probably asked for a billion gazillion dollars, man. She just sued him for a couple mil, man, and been happy, man. She pushed too far, man. You pushing too far, bitch.
This has
Tearful. Yeah, Diddy, man. The Diddy parties, man. Wow, Dionne Warwick is still around. R.I.P. to Sissy Houston, man. R.I.P. to Sissy Houston. Come on, baby. Let's get away.
Smith steps up. He's going to run.
This is the fastest way to cycle.
Diddy Hotline received 12,000 calls in one day. Accused. Yo, this case is falling apart, man, in the court of public opinion, man. This case is falling apart, right? In the court of public opinion.
Safe to say.
12,000 accusers called the hotline in one day.
Yo, he was active.
Wow. Damn, Diddy. He worked
Freakathon.
man. Shit. God damn, man. Yeah, man. This stuff right here is because black folk was pretty much like, oh, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Lock him up. This type of shit is gonna have black folk like, man, they always messing with a black man, man. Racist is systematic and shit. This the type of shit that lead to that.
Well, the fact of the matter is, there's usually crime to be found where there's rap.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It they pushing too far, man. People are doing too much, man. When you do too much, you mess it up, man. They should just leave. They should have just left it. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing.
If he had
He's a
left it at
bad
killing
guy.
Tupac and not done all
Yeah,
the
yeah. Like I mean, he
essay,
may be in charge with that. Like left it at like just like he's just a creepy, freaky dude who's more violent than we ever thought, and more shady than we ever thought, more sinister than we ever thought, more diabolical than we ever thought. But where's the crimes, man? Where the real like? Come on, where's the crimes? Like having parties and women felt pressured. Yeah, listen, almost every broad I've slept with, man. Before that wasn't my girlfriend. It was I had to pressure them. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on, you want to do it? No, I don't know. Come on, baby. I don't know. Just take this over. Like
yeah,
it's
but
always pressure.
did you have him naked on the table with like food all over it and shit?
Nah, I don't know. No. Why? What
Did
you
you have
talking
did, did
about?
you have like entire tanks of baby oil connected to your domicile?
Well, if I would have, if I had a baby oil fetish, it would have just been a baby oil fetish.
I'm
Baby
just
oil
saying,
is
like,
not an illegal substance.
individually, these things may not be that big a deal, but collectively, it's very damning, I think. There's a lot of things that are very alarming.
Hey, hold it down for me for a second. I got to do something right quick. All right.
Oh, Lord. All right. I'm going to try and share some crime videos then.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I can present stuff.
All right, so share your screen, man.
All right. Well, I'm working on it. Hold on.
The baby oil thing is just not, it's no big deal to me. I'm not moved by baby oil, man. I'm not moved by 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I don't give a shit how many bottles of baby oil you got. What did you do with it? Now if he's sleeping with men and shit and like that, that's his business, man. That's still not a crime. If
Well,
you
not
know what I'm
anymore.
saying? Yeah, man.
If you got to go, I can share it with, I'm trying to pull it up on my end.
Yeah, all right, man. Just hold it down for me, man.
I'll do my best. Damn, salute to CA, $20 super chat. Hello, Hot Black and Ock and chat. Hello, CA. What's up to Muramasa, member for 10 months? That's what's up. What's up, Ock? Y'all have to forgive me for a minute here. I'm going to pull up some of these Blakistani crime videos here and see what we got going on. All right, looks like here's something. I don't want to ruin Ock's points for tonight, but we, somehow have other shootings that looks like have happened here. It's weird. Looks like this happens a lot. Hey, one in the chat if y'all can hear and see this. Element, yeah, I agree. A lot of gliders are very boring and cringe, in my opinion. But you know, we probably all feel that way about each other to a certain extent. Holy shit! Did y'all hear that in the background? Let's play that back one real quick. That sounds like Sister Babylon. Oh, no audio or video? Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'm sharing it, but I'm checking the live stream and it's not showing my screen here. I have a video of a shooting outside of Detroit playing. Previously, I was able to do this, but now for some reason, maybe Ak had to give me permission last time. One moment, y'all. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm in the stream, but I see my video in like the back chat. Basically, I think Ak would have had to put that up there before I started, or after I started doing it. Possibly. That sucks. Well, I suppose I could read the story that I was looking at here. It says 2 people are dead after a double shooting in Pontiac Tuesday morning. Police confirmed to 7 News Detroit. Happened just after 8 a.m. in the 100 block of North Sanford Street near the intersection of Fittis Avenue and North Sanford Street at the Arborview Village Apartments south of M59. Deputies with the Oakland County Sheriff Department were called to the scene after a 911 caller reported hearing gunshots. They found 2 men who had both been shot multiple times. Ak, are you back? Oh, now they can see
go
it. Yeah,
ahead,
you
go
pulled
ahead
it
though.
up.
Go ahead. Go ahead
Okay.
though.
Well, hold on. We can do the video now. Let me pull it back.
Seven News Detroit.
All right. So I was saying, y'all listen to the beginning of this video, and you you hear what I was talking about.
Right now, with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking story is a deadly double shooting in Pontiac. Good afternoon. I'm Keenan Smith. Police rushed to Arborview Village apartment in an area south of M59 and east of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. The shootings happened just before 10 o'clock this morning at Fittis and Sanford Streets. Let's go live to 7 Action News reporter Darren Cunningham, who is live with the latest on the investigation.
You hear them, Sister Zach?
Yeah.
Hey, good afternoon, Keenan. Investigators with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office are gathered here at Arborview Village. They've been in and out of this corner unit where the double shooting took place. Now they're gathered over here in the parking lot. They've got their forensic scene laboratory here as well. At this point, that's all they are confirming is that it is a double homicide. I'm still awaiting more information from the
Does sound like a flock of geese, kind of.
Sheriff's Office, but I was able to speak with loved ones about the incident. I'm told 3 men were hanging out in that unit when one of them shot and killed the other 2. That's when one of the victim's sisters came home and was
when there's more than 3.
You probably shouldn't be.
She managed to get away. I chatted with her briefly. She simply said she wants the suspect caught. Now, to be clear, authorities have not confirmed whether the suspect is in custody or on the run, and they have not talked about what led up to the shooting or what may have sparked this. But things did get tense out here at one point. One woman showed up expressing anger towards another woman, and so we have been respectful of the situation, keeping our distance, but I am expecting to learn more information from the sheriff's office as the day progresses, and we will be sure to pass that information.
One woman came through expressing anger for another.
We kept a respectful distance and a safe one. I wonder who that could have been. Maybe some of the ladies, quote unquote, that we heard talking behind the camera there. Boy, they were loud.
Listen, man, somebody just got smoked, man. There's cameras around. These people, listen, man, I've been around these scenes where they are not afraid of police. Okay, not at all.
No,
not even a little bit.
Not really.
We're now live in Pontiac. Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Pontiac. Oh, that's where what's his face is from? Innate Ways, man.
Yeah, right. This is Innate Ways hood. Where is Innate Ways, man?
And my boy Razzle, the other dude Razzle used to come here a little bit sometimes.
Oh yeah, I remember him too.
White boys, yeah.
Yeah, you probably you got to be a rough and tumble white boy up in the northern Michigan area. You got Wicked in the back. Here, you want me to toss it back over to you, Chief?
Yeah, go ahead. You can. If you got anything else you want to share?
No, I was just holding it down for you. I think as long as you throw it up there before you leave, anybody can present while you're gone.
Okay.
Maybe just the individual you allow. I'm not sure how it looks on your end.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Yeah. Salute to yeah, man. Let's get it cracking, man. What's happening? What's happening, Wicked? What's happening?
Yo, I want to thank you, Chief, for being what the mayor called it, the most legitimate people.
Oh yeah, the most legitimate people of all people in America.
And here I thought that was on burritos.
No, man. The most legit thing you can do is be a black man, man.
Yo, why the most legit people robbing everybody out here though? Why are they ruining people's fucking lives, breaking their fucking hearts?
I mean, they're legit. Racist. They're legitimately terrible people.
We too legit to quit, man.
Again here tonight at 10:30 with the vigil to remember the young victim of a deadly hit-and-run crash that happened in West Philadelphia.
14-year-old Dawn Watson was hit and killed while she was crossing the street with her mother on Haverford Avenue, September 26.
And tonight, the search for that driver, it continues. Action News reporter Katie Catro live outside police headquarters with more on what happened tonight. Katie.
Gray and Shari, we spoke with that girl's mother who says she was crossing the street with her daughter when she saw the car barreling towards them. That's when she told her daughter to run, but unfortunately, it was too late.
Dawn was our bright star. That's why we let off stars, and the
She
brightest
looks
stars
like E.T.
burn out quickest. So she's no longer here with us.
Yo, Philly is a rough. Yo,
Yikes.
when I say this, man, I'm not saying this to be mean.
No, it's more like an academic, scientific kind of wonder at it.
It's like it's uncanny, right? Isn't it uncanny?
Very.
It's like yo, she wouldn't look like this if she wasn't from Philly. The same person. I bet she had a twin sister. Like, say she has a twin sister somewhere else, lived in another state, another city. Because where I'm at in Pennsylvania, they don't look like this. Another city. She wouldn't look like this.
Do you think it's environmental? It's not like genetic to the people of Philadelphia. It's like something there that's causing this.
Yo, I think if we were to give some people their own like country, it gotta be Philly.
Oh man, hope
y'all
not.
can have Philly.
Nah, man, I hope not, man. Give us Sweden, man. We'll take Sweden.
Liechtenstein, I've heard, is nice this year.
Yeah, but the Swedes didn't enslave y'all, though America did. This is a racist country,
but California
you know what I mean?
didn't have slavery and they giving reparations. So what you talking about?
Yeah, but that's different though. Nah, you right.
Yeah, man. Just white people in general, man. Y'all owe us, man.
Hey, look, man.
The mother of 14-year-old Dawn Watson is.
Hey, oh my God.
So she's no longer here with us.
The mother of 14-year-old Dawn Watson is standing at the same intersection where she was crossing with her daughter when she was fatally struck by a driver who never bothered to stop.
It's hard. Dawn and I were walking home from the store and the car was coming up so fast.
Police say the man behind the wheel on September 26th is believed to be 40-year-old Marvin Wicker. Watson's mother describes what she saw just after 9:30 that night when the dark-colored Mercedes.
Where was he? Yo, where was he going? That's the wrong side of the street. Okay, it's cones right here. I guess this side of the street blocked though.
He's probably going to work, Chief. He's probably running late, POC time.
Yeah, he's probably running late for work. That's a good, yeah, man. He's late for night school, man. But yeah, man,
I was thinking more like robbing people, That's a jail beat too, Chief.
Yeah. This is yeah, he had to hurry up and be late, man, before a migrant took his job, man.
Right, exactly.
His high work ethic got the better of him.
Jeez. He obliterated that girl. Like, that girl probably still hasn't come down yet. She probably still flying through there. This is insane, man. He obliterated her. I'm surprised he didn't kill both of them. How did he only kill her? They're standing like right beside each other. This is the real question. Wow.
Mercedes hit her daughter along the 6500 block of Haverford Avenue.
He slammed on his brakes.
Oh my God.
And when he slammed on his brakes.
Yo, she need to get a job in Hollywood, man.
I'm dying.
Effects, man. I need her to do a machine gun. Let me hear your machine gun sound, man.
Oh man.
Damn. Philly different, man.
Can you imagine that in like a dark alley, that sound, that face? Truly terrifying.
That's a scary movie right there. Yeah, she could. You're right, Hollywood.
Block of Haverford Avenue.
He slammed on his brakes. And when he slammed on his brakes, it made me
Happy Halloween,
that was too good.
Yeah,
that was too good,
season.
Man.
Spooky season.
That was too good. That was too good.
That
man.
was pretty talented, actually.
Yeah, man, you ain't supposed to be that good at that, man. That was crazy. You talented, man.
Yo, you
Look
ever
at
seen that
the kid in
movie?
the
And when he
background.
slammed on his brakes, it made me think she was hit his daughter.
You ever seen that movie, The Ring? Could you imagine if they did like a hood version and she come out of your TV
The
yelling?
Ring was terrifying. I saw The Ring in theaters. Yeah, they don't make them like that no more.
The
She
hood
came
version
out
of
of
The
your TV.
Ring.
Yo, it's a dude in jail that'll kill you over her too. Like literally. Like
Damn.
if she was in jail, she'd be she'd be a queen, man. She'd have all the dudes fighting over.
He slammed on his brakes. And when he slammed on his brakes, it made.
Yo, is there anybody out there that can isolate that for me?
Yikes. That was
He
good.
had
That
a
was good.
drop. I need to learn how to make drops, man. I don't know how to make drops on this thing, but I need to learn how
Yeah.
to make drops.
Make it a part of your intro.
Yeah, that is too good. Salute to her, man. Salute to Miss Lady right
He
here.
slammed on his brakes. And when he slammed on his brakes, it made me think she was on the front of his car or that he was dragging her. And that's what made me run down.
Now the search is on for Wicker. Police say he could be operating a silver two-door Chevy Cobalt, and he's known to frequent the 5900 block of Haverford Avenue. Watson's mother is asking him to have a conscience and turn himself in.
Hey, I already know that you're suffering, so you need to turn yourself in so you can rest a little easier.
He's not suffering, man.
And he's resting just fine.
Yeah, he's suffering from the fucking. They got the news putting his face all over the place. But if they didn't have that, man, if this was just like we need the community to come forward with information, man, he wouldn't be suffering nothing.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, that dude wouldn't be tripping at all. But he's tripping now because his face is everywhere.
Because you know that you've done the right thing. Because you didn't mean to hit her that night. I know you didn't. I could tell by the way you drove.
Surrounded by friends.
On the wrong side of the road.
That. Yeah, I mean, I'll give her that. I don't think he meant to do it, but like, I'll give her that.
Asking him to have a conscience and turn himself in.
Yeah, I already know that you're suffering, so you need to turn yourself in so you can rest a little easier because you know that you've done the right thing. Because you didn't mean to hit her that night. I know you didn't. I could tell by the way you drove.
Surrounded by friends and family for a balloon release, Watson's sister says she will be missed.
At least she'll be watching over us.
Jeez.
Now, Wicker is wanted on multiple charges, including homicide by vehicle. If you have any information, police could certainly use your help as the investigation continues. They say he is considered armed and dangerous.
So he's got a record. They already know that he's got a long criminal record.
No way.
Salute to CA, man. CA in the building. How you been, man? CA, long time no see, man. Hello, Hot Black and Ock and Chat, man. Shout out to CA, man. Yeah, man. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cat Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through for the 1500th night in a row. That's huge, man. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, Philly's a different kind of place. Let's see what we got going on here, man. Let's get to the main event.
We've got some breaking news right now in Philadelphia's Cobbs Creek neighborhood. 3 women shot while riding a SEPTA bus. It happened at 57th and Larchwood. The shooters were told firing into the bus from the outside. Let's get right to Action News reporter Leland Pinder, who just arrived on this scene seconds ago. John.
Oh, so it was just like anybody could have gotten hit. It wasn't like a targeted attack. It was just a Negro attack.
A bullet storm happened and
yeah.
Shot.
Wow. Damn.
Man, you know what? I read a comment on the channel recently, and I loved it. I'm taking it right. It said, "Every day is Sunday." Simple as that. Every day is Sunday.
Mm.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Every day is Sunday. Yeah, man. Facts, man. Every day is Sunday, man. That's why y'all should have sent us back, man.
Rather, Leland, what more do we know right now?
Well, John, or rather, Brian, excuse me, take a look at the scene here. The SEPTA bus just pulled off, and police have just reopened the road here at Larchwood and 57th. They're still on scene directing traffic. Take a look at this video, though, that we've been shooting for a couple of hours here this evening. Police say this all began in South Philadelphia. That's where 3 people boarded that bus, possibly juveniles, and had a verbal altercation with the driver for not paying the fare. But police say the driver shrugged that off, and there were no other disruptions. However, a few miles.
A verbal altercation with the driver.
Bitch ass, what you gonna do?
Damn, these little things, man. These minor dust ups.
And he shrugged that off. This is about something other than that.
But how do you have an altercation with a drive over the fare? The fare is the fare, man. It's flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a flat fare.
Because wherever there's like a reasonable like civil rule or implementation designed to aid in the basic functioning of, you know, society in general, sons will openly flaunt it. Like, it's just that's how it be.
Yeah, I think it also goes back to the entitlement angle, you know?
75
Like,
cents to get on the subway, man. Fuck that. I ain't paying that.
Right. Why I gotta pay that? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, no doubt. I completely understand that, but that's when you just tell the driver, man, I ain't got it, man, and you just walk to the back. Like, but to haggle and fuss with it, it's just.
You know what? Yeah, for sure. You know what? Over here, Chief, I'm gonna say 9.5 out of the 10 bus drivers are some people, right? And I think a big part of that is the fact not only is, I think the system overly favoring some people, like it's biased in hiring them, but also who in the fuck wants to, you know, and a brittle female having to like deal with sons in this capacity, I don't know. She's gotta have something in her to be able to deal with a agitated sister, or a son man that's
Yeah, it's almost painful to witness a lot of times, like people, you know, these normies of like other races and, you know, women in particular trying to deal with
right.
them. I mean, in a way, it's good to have like a lot of Sun people in public transportation working there because, like, fuck, they're the only
for
ones who can
yourself.
really like handle that shit, honestly.
I mean, even they struggle. I've seen them struggle, right?
Right.
But well, am I wrong, huh? 9 is that fair? Like 9.5 out of 10 are some people? Like the bus drivers,
Oh yeah,
doing the
driving
trains.
and everything. Yeah, and
bus
I think that's a
drivers.
great service, dude. Like, you know, honestly, like obviously because of the operation of the transit system in general, they do a
Yeah.
really good job on the whole,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I have nothing against them, and they have a hard fucking
Right.
job, as we can see.
You know what? I would do that job if they gave me like head to toe bulletproof Kevlar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how like the
Yeah.
knights used to walk around like in the medieval times? I would not pull my fucking armor down for 1 minute. I'll have lunch in my shit.
Yeah.
Hours later, when those 3 got off the bus at 57th and Catherine here in Cobbs Creek, police say 1 fired into the bus. Those 3 adult women hit by stray bullets. Now, the bus driver kept going a short. The driver shrugged that off, and there were no other disruptions. However, began in South Philadelphia. That's where 3 people boarded that bus, possibly juveniles, and had a verbal altercation with the driver for not paying the fare. But police say the driver shrugged that off, and there were no other disruptions. However, a few miles later, when those 3 got off the bus at 57th and Catherine here in Cobbs Creek, police say 1 fired into the bus. Those 3 adult women hit by stray bullets. Now, the bus driver kept going a short distance here to Larchwood and 57th, and that's when police say everyone on board that bus ran. They got off out of fear and for their safety, except those 3 innocent shooting victims who were taken to the hospital.
When police arrived on location, they went onto the SEPTA bus and they found 3 victims. A 29-year-old female shot in the hip. They found a 56-year-old female who was shot in the back, and a 60-year-old female with a graze wound to her head. So 3 adult females. Police took all 3 females off the SEPTA bus and rushed them to Presbyterian Hospital. All 3 of these females are in stable condition.
Certainly some scary moments for those victims and everyone else on that bus.
So I think the young boys was just trying to shoot up the bus in protest of what what the driver said to them. And those 3 women getting shot was just collateral damage. What do you think?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah. You know what I was remembering, randomly? I was watching the Chiefs game yesterday, right? And it came to my mind. Remember that shooting during the parade where like that Brito was killed and other people got shot, and it's just like we're supposed to like ignore it. Why am I supposed to ignore reality? You know what I'm saying? Here it
It's
is again.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore, but I think black people have trained. So black people can ignore it because it's just a reality. It's not going
It's
anywhere,
normal.
and they were raised like that. But other groups, neighboring groups that share spaces with us and neighborhoods and stuff with us, they the reason they overlook it is because they're taught that um, black people are downtrodden, and there's reasons for this.
Exactly.
If white people would just share the wealth, or white people would just stop,
Yeah.
monopolizing all of the wealth and exploiting black
Yeah.
African countries. If white people would do just this or that, then we would see a difference in that stuff. So even in now, the average person kind of like, even in their subconscious psyche, sees this as like, come on, whites, when are you going to fix this?
Right. You know what? It's funny you say that, right? Because as I was watching this, I was thinking, what would my son Mayor say about this offender, right? Mind you, I'm thinking about him because I'm still digesting that amazing press conference from yesterday, right?
Tearjerker.
Right.
But he would literally say, and I thought about it just now as we were watching it. He would literally say everything that you said. We gotta love people, y'all. We gotta do more for people, y'all. Shut the fuck up,
There's
dude.
nothing more legitimate than these 3 son teens
Hey,
in America.
I
Oh,
mean,
and
look,
white boys do this too in their neighborhoods.
I think some people in their base, in their without like the glider, society and like morality, they know what should be done to this someone that did this. They know they know that he needs to be, I don't know, maybe skinned alive. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know what
flayed
some man
alive,
would do
that'd be
him.
good. Or,
I don't know what some man would do to this man, but they know what needs to be done to this man, chief.
in New Orleans, they used to have the stockades in Jackson Square and fucking, hang people by the gibbet and shit.
And same thing with us, chief, with the umbritos. Man, we're not playing around. I don't know if you've seen videos of like when the umbritos get a hold of a pedophile somewhere in Latin America. It's OV for them, chief. It's
Yeah,
bad news.
cartel style.
Man, cartel style, but like normal people doing it, not even gangsters.
Yep. And, that may be needed.
Look,
Again,
man, like I said, I know some people know some men know what should be done to the guy that did this on this bus. You know, in reality,
Yeah.
if they're not, I don't have that fucking glider juice cool, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, no doubt. Third world. Yeah.
Right now, police are looking for 3 people connected to the shooting. They believe they might be 3 teenage boys, and they say one of them opened fire on that bus just after they got off, hitting 3 women, innocent women on that bus. One victim is a 60-year-old woman who was grazed in the head by a bullet.
It was just like 3 gunshots.
One of the women was 60. I can tell you exactly what was going on in the shooter's mind. He was trying to shoot the driver, and women usually sit. Older women, where do they sit on
in the front,
transportation?
behind the driver.
Right in the front, behind the driver. Senior citizen seating, whatever they call it. Yeah. and he was trying to shoot the driver, and he actually shot them three old ladies, three ladies, one of them old.
Wow.
We're like all confused, and everybody just gets on the floor. So I get on the floor, and then I look up, and there's just like the 3 bullet holes through the window.
A SEPTA passenger explaining what happened when shots were fired on the G-bus she was riding in Cobbs Creek Tuesday around 4:30 in the afternoon. The woman in fear of releasing her identity after 3 other women were shot on the bus she was riding, and the shooter is still on the run.
We're very, very fortunate, not only that all 3 are in stable condition, including the 60-year-old female who was grazed to her head. So she's very, very lucky. But with over 50 people on the bus, we're actually lucky that there weren't additional shooting victims.
Bullet holes pierced through the window and the side of the bus. Shell casings found on the ground at 57th and Catherine, where the shooting happened. Police don't know why the suspect shot at the bus, but they say the 3 people they are looking for got on the bus at 19th and Oregon in South Philadelphia without paying a bus fare.
When he initially got on the bus with 2 others at Oregon Avenue, they had some words with the driver. However, the driver pretty much shrugged it off, and these 3 would appear to be young or juvenile males, then walked to the back of the bus, and there were no altercations after that.
Again, the shooter opened fire on the bus just after he stepped off the bus. Those SEPTA buses, they have interior and exterior surveillance cameras, and police say they have good photos of the shooter and the 2 other people they are looking for, but they have not released those photos to the public yet.
This is a bigger general threat to society than fucking gliders shooting up schools and shit.
Then hurricanes?
Now to a developing
Then hurricanes, bro.
You're on mute, dog.
story in West Philadelphia where 3 women were shot on a packed SEPTA.
Yeah, this right here causes because you got to remember it's every city every day,
right?
So it's like what's happening in Wilmington and Baltimore in Allentown and every neighboring city to Philadelphia is having its own crisis, man. Every day.
It causes more damage than the hurricane going on in Florida right now, Chief. It does.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to minimize that disaster at all. However, you could make the case that these motherfuckers cause more damage than even the hurricane, bro.
Oh, that's an easy case. Yeah, that's an easy case. They definitely do.
It is truly shocking just how brazen this is. Watch as a thief walks into a home in the middle of the day, helping himself to the package that was just delivered. It is just one recent example of similar thefts targeting pricey electronics, dropped off just minutes or even seconds before. Fox's Jody Goldberg reports from New York.
John Scapatisi, who lives on Maple Place in Huntington, thought his new iPhone was safely delivered. The FedEx website shows it was, and his grandmother even brought it inside, but it was taken soon after.
She thought I was coming in from work, that I had forgot something and that I was running back out like I always do. And, she just sees somebody else walking down the walkway with the package in hand.
John, who didn't want to show his face on camera, says it happened this week in broad daylight, and this is the man who did it.
The fact that they just entered the home, it just blows my mind.
In the surveillance video, you can see the man hop out of a minivan, walk up to and open the front door, grab the phone and casually walk away.
I've seen it online so many times, and you just, you never think it would happen to you.
It also happened to Linda Learned, who lives around the block, the same day a few hours later. An Apple Watch was stolen from her porch not long after FedEx delivered it.
I came outside and it wasn't there. I checked on my Blink camera. Sure enough, it was delivered.
Could it be an inside job, or is it possible these thieves are more tech savvy?
If somebody has hacked any of your email or your phone or anything like that, they could conceivably be getting those same alerts.
Some tips to prevent theft: require a signature for delivery, coordinate with a neighbor so they could get the package if you're not home, and consider buying a porch lockbox, something big enough for packages and
Listen, I'll give you that, man. All those safety measures are very good too. But here's another way to keep your packages safe. Don't let niggas move into your neighborhood. Okay?
Yeah. A lot of benefits for that, but those look like one of them might have been a glider, it looked like.
No, don't get me wrong. Porch piracy is a crackhead. It's a dope head crime. Don't get me wrong, but there's also the ones that aren't dope heads that are like this guy who are like, looking for electronic. Yo, listen, when we would canvas, I would take these guys. When I became manager, I had a van, and I would take these guys and drop them off in the neighborhood, and I'm gonna come back and get y'all in an hour. Knock on every door you can, and try to get as many leads as you can. Right. So then me and the other manager, I guess we just ride around or sit in the car and just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And they'd come back to the car with boxes and shit, and we'd be like, and they'd be opening them. They'd open them up in the car, and oh shit, diabetes medicine. Oh man, shit, dog food. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't always be, cool stuff. Sometimes it'd be electronics, cool stuff, but a lot of times it'd be diabetes. Somebody's diabetes medicine, somebody's dog food for their dog they ordered. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and they just discard that shit, throw that shit in the trash. You know what I'm saying? And you can't. Porch piracy is something that, like, I get it. It's a crackhead, it's a dope head job, but regular sons do that shit. Okay,
I don't doubt it.
regular
I don't
sons.
doubt it.
Something only you can get into.
If I'm here, I usually hear the truck and I get it right away.
Oh,
It's a little
wow.
unsettling because of the neighborhood.
Is that Mike from Breaking Bad, man?
No, I thought it looked like Hank from Breaking Bad, but
Yeah,
kind of looks like both of
Yeah,
them.
Hank.
Yeah, he from Breaking Bad, man.
I get it right away. It's a little unsettling because of the neighborhood and whatnot, but that's the times.
FedEx, for their part, says they work with law enforcement to investigate and deter such activities, and they regularly remind team members of the importance of both personal and package safety. The Suffolk County Police
You see that
Department
one,
confirms to Fox their
pregnant woman killed in shooting outside of Wawa?
Tonight, investigators in Delaware County are releasing new details in a deadly shooting outside of Wawa that killed a
Philadelphia
pregnant
Wild.
woman and her unborn child. Police say the victim was shot while trying to run away, and now another woman is charged with murder. Greg Payne reports from Collingdale, where neighbors say they're concerned.
Over some big bearded ape from Philly, man. Oh shit, man.
About the recent rise in crime.
We spoke with people living here in Collingdale, and they say that they are saddened to hear about the shooting that occurred here at the Wawa. But even though they say that they are saddened, they say they are not surprised because of the recent type of activity that's been happening in the area.
I've seen it change a little bit. You know what I mean? Not for the better.
Oh, that's
Jimmy
a dog
Grace
whistle.
is talking about the violence in his current home of Collingdale. Grace lives across the street from the Wawa gas station on McDade Boulevard, which last night was filled with police lights. As authorities say, around 7:20 p.m., two women got into an argument outside of the Wawa, resulting in gunfire. Police found 32-year-old Latoya Davis dead in the side parking lot with a gunshot wound to the upper torso.
I saw the flashing lights from my living room window.
Yo, Ron Jeremy with people up here. Oh, greasy ass old Italian motherfucker with a goddamn ponytail or some shit. What the fuck is up with these people in Philly, man?
But I didn't hear nothing.
Police have arrested 30-year-old Evelina Williams, who, according to charging documents, fired the fatal shot when Davis was running away from her. Authorities say Williams stayed on scene, told police she shot Davis, and that she is licensed to carry, which a firearm was recovered from the scene. Williams is facing multiple charges, including first and third degree murder, criminal homicide, recklessly endangering another person, and even first and third degree murder of an unborn child because Davis was pregnant.
It's horrible. I heard that the pregnant girl died. It's just really sad.
Like, look at this woman. Like, look how rough
God.
she looks. She got like a black eye. She's fucking like, why does she look like that? She doesn't have to.
The pregnant girl died.
It doesn't even look like she's got a facial.
Looks like she probably goes home to a house with like cracks you can see through the walls out to the outside and shit.
Right, man. It looks like she's got like those glue traps for mice, but it's like toys and like fucking all types of shit stuck in it, like a pen or some shit.
Got some rusting fucking hulks of cars in the yard.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. What the fuck, man?
But they ain't shooting each
I
other.
heard that
Nah, they're not.
Pregnant girl died. That's just really sad. You know, I don't know who they were, but it was just really sad.
And it's scary because things are just going nuts. You know what I mean? Really. And
Who's
I'm an
doing
old
it?
peace and lover. You know what I mean? But it's scary.
Investigators still.
Nuts, sir.
Annie is dead
well, how's
after
it
being shot
changed?
multiple times in.
Yeah.
The female.
Can you
Annie is
describe the
dead
nature
after
of
being
the
shot
change?
The female thought she had a license to kill.
Yeah, exactly. That was because when she said she had a license to carry, so she probably is shocked that she's being arrested. I mean, floored, absolutely floored. And it's like, yeah, sometimes, son, that's why I say, man, that stuff don't work. Like constitutional carry, I've been a big opponent of that, man. Like, they don't have that in Philly, but it's
Requires a basic level of civic responsibility that a certain part of the population is generally lacking.
Even just
Yeah.
restraint, just a little bit of a teensy weensy bit of restraint.
Yeah, I would loop that in under that, but yeah, it just requires you to have self control that a lot of
The
people don't.
baby. So I'm sure she didn't think about the baby. Listen, I guarantee you that never crossed her mind about the baby, like killing the baby too. You know what I'm saying? That I guarantee you. I'm a son. I guarantee you that didn't cross her mind. Now she's being charged with double murder, right? So she's probably like double murder.
That's
Like
full.
she was pregnant. Oh man, like because they don't think about like babies like that. You know
You
what I'm saying?
shouldn't have
Yeah, isn't
said
that
that
like
to me, Dan.
isn't that like kind of like an abortion technically?
Yeah, I
Unlicensed.
mean, yeah, man, it's a super abortion. Salute to LRLRS. Big Larry in the building, coming through once again, man. Hey, make sure y'all hit that PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the channel. We need some sponsors, man. We need some sponsors for the show, guys. Salute the Cool Cat, man. He says much love and respect from Florida. Pray for us, nation. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Salute to y'all, man, down there, man. Good luck, man. Good luck.
Multiple times inside a West Philadelphia home, and the search is on tonight for the gunman. Our Marcus Espinoza spoke to neighbors who heard that deadly shooting.
Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what that weapon gauge is, but I'm telling you that was a loud boom. And if all those shots went into that boy.
A person is dead after a shooting broke out at this West Philadelphia home on the 1300 block of 52nd Street just before 10 a.m. According to police, a 25-year-old male was shot multiple times in the chest and stomach. He was taken to Penn Presbyterian Hospital, but died shortly after arrival. A neighbor who didn't want her face shown says she heard the entire thing go down.
I heard boom, 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 and get out of my house. The mother was yelling, get out of my house.
According to police sources, the suspect is identified as Wilbur Chester. No weapons were recovered from the scene, and a $20,000 reward has been offered for information leading to an arrest and conviction. In West Philadelphia, Marcus Espinoza, Fox 29 News.
Wow.
That
You
manager
can do a
says
whole
when
show
you
on
look
Philly alone.
I'm telling you.
at this security video, it appears as if a couple of people were targeted, but nonetheless, everybody's lives were in danger when those shots were fired a few feet from that door. A warning to everybody watching at home, the video you're about to see might be graphic for some.
Oh, this was 10 months ago. Okay, so let's not.
Yo,
Let's not do it.
I was talking to a burrito from Philly, right? And I told him I was from Chicago. And he looks at me like, man, Chicago is fucking dangerous. It's violent over there. I was like, what? You from Philly, bro?
Right.
Yo,
Oh, wow.
did you cover the one in Chicago from yesterday with the little kid?
Nah, I ain't get to that. I had to get to that.
Yeah, police, they haven't identified the victim yet, but they say she was an innocent bystander. She was just walking down the street when the bullet hit her in the chest, killing her. Now, we
Shit.
spoke to witnesses, though, who say that the shooting, it actually
Just
started.
walking down the street when a bullet hit her in the chest. Just boom.
Yeah, police, they haven't identified the victim yet, but they say she was an innocent bystander. She was just walking down the street when the bullet hit her in the chest, killing her. Now, we spoke to witnesses, though, who say that the shooting, it actually started as a fight inside of the beer distributor over what they say was allegedly stolen phones. A small memorial outside a beer store on Kensington Avenue marks the spot where a woman was shot in the chest overnight. Police say she was an innocent bystander just walking down the street. Witnesses tell us the shooting started as an argument between several men inside the store over stolen phones.
They come outside and they want to pull a knife on the other dude, and the other dude went like 15 away and pull a gun out of nowhere. Everybody ducked, everybody run back inside. And that's when I heard somebody got shot. The bullet hit somebody, that girl.
This looks like a shitty place to hang out.
Yeah, I mean, you got fucking, I don't know what the fuck this is. Where the fuck he from?
The steak and beer and shit.
Yeah, like you just, yeah, it's a rough spot, man. And that lady just walking down the street. And this guy's gonna open up. He probably closed down for me. I don't even know if they can close down in these situations. Just keep it moving, man. Life
No,
goes
Arab
on.
would not.
Yeah, just throw some bleach on it, you know? Just throw bleach on it.
The victim died from her injury. This happened around midnight near Kensington and Somerset, right across from the Sunshine House. Community activist Ross Pichardo tells us she's been noticing more gun violence in the area and has even had to step in to help.
We just need a little bit more support here. I think having this violence occurred last week where we had to apply first aid to a gentleman using a tourniquet, and now this 12 o'clock at night. It's just too much.
As officials continue the search for the person who shot the weapon, Stop the Violence activists took to the streets asking officials to do more to curb gun violence.
Y'all don't care about us.
Councilwoman Ketsi Lozada.
Wait, roll that back. Can you roll that back?
Give us more money.
Every single day. Having this violence occurred last week where we had to apply first aid to a gentleman using a tourniquet, and now this 12 o'clock at night. It's just too much.
As officials continue.
That's Kensington for you. Yeah, well, the people, they're not nodding off at the present moment. Usually it's half of them are bent over forward.
Keep going. You got the violence interrupter out
who
there.
shot the weapon.
Oh, wow. They getting jiggy with the murder bears. They got a Hello Kitty murder bear, man. He was a special lady, man, that passed away, man.
Stop the Violence activists took to the streets asking officials to do more to curb gun violence.
Y'all don't care about us.
Y'all don't care about us.
Says the city is focused on the issue.
Asking the city to do more.
We talk about violence in our.
You got like the Ombrita running the store, the Ombrita out there like cleaning up after the blacks shooting each other and causing chaos and shit, and the black man out there screaming at a glider, "Y'all don't care about us."
Diversity, bro. You know, you got.
That's why they be violence, dog. And then he's online somewhere else saying like, "Oh man, look at the gliders killing each other in Kensington."
The melting pot, bro. You already know diversity or strength.
And he's also out there. This guy right here is also, while he's traveling to his next location, he's bumping some
murder music,
vile, disgusting gangster music.
Officials to do more to curb gun violence.
Y'all don't care about us.
Councilwoman Ketsi Lozada says the city is focused on the issue.
We talk about gun violence every single day. We talk about violence in our city every single day. And so I understand that we have to do more. I get it.
Police reported 10 murders in Philly in the month of September, the lowest monthly number since 2014. According to police data, Kensington homicides are down nearly 45% this year. The councilwoman says while even one death is one too many, the city is seeing progress. Yeah, and police, they have not made an arrest in this case. They're still looking for the shooter. They do say that there's a lot of surveillance video from inside the beer distributor and from nearby stores. They're hoping that's going to help in this investigation. I'll send it back to you.
Yeesh.
You getting a go ahead.
Nah, I mean, Philly, it leaves you fucking speechless.
Y'all getting a steak from Steak and Beer?
Steak and cheese, yeah. I bet they.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Got the best steak and cheese.
Yeah. And then not to keep going back to Chicago, dude, but I don't know if you heard about the Sandman got on the board yesterday in a major way. Did you see that video, huh? What the Sandman did to the Sandman?
No, I didn't.
No.
Man, Chief, it's on
You
Twitter,
sent it
man.
to me? You sent it to me?
Yeah,
Put it in the back chat.
Hey, but Chief, put it like this, man. This Sandman look like one of those like convenience store Sandman. He probably got tired, man. He looked like he just snapped. Like he was just tired of some. Like I don't know what it was, but the way he murked two random sun, man, like he just had enough.
Oh, it was random.
Yeah, it was that. You ever heard of JJ Fish?
That rap, that singer.
No, the restaurant JJ Fish.
Oh,
It's
singer
like
then.
a fish and surfing turtle
Oh,
or some shit.
yeah, I heard about it.
But you heard about what happened yesterday?
No, but I've heard about the restaurant.
Yeah, JJ Fish. So the camera is on Twitter, but it looks like he just walks up in the restaurant, like, and he just kills two sunmen that they didn't even like they knew each other. He just killed
Damn.
them. It was crazy. I'll send them to you if I can find it.
You saw that one of the 10-year-old driving the stolen car on the park?
It's over here.
Yeah, right, like through a crowd of
Minnesota
kids.
area, that
Damn.
is, a terrifying ordeal on a school playground while children are around. Surveillance video capturing a car driving across the playground. It also comes close to the playset and almost hits a child. To make this even scarier, police say the driver behind the wheel, just 10 years old, and he is accused of stealing that vehicle. Apparently, this is not his first time in trouble with the law. His history with police apparently
Yo,
spanning
come
back
on.
nearly.
I'm sure they'll never get to a 9-year-old stealing. So they'll never have an 8-year-old though. 7-year-old sons will never be
Yo, around
doing
my
this.
neighborhood when I was younger, when I was like in my 20s, right, early 20s, man. I lived across the street from this parking lot. It wasn't a big park. It was about the size of two row houses, and the little dudes from the neighborhood would steal their cars, and they would park them over there. You know what I'm saying, or ditch them over there, whatever. So I mean, I knew a lot of little car thieves, man, and the little ones that's young like that, they sit on their leg, right? So they'll fold their leg under them, so they sit on their leg, or they'll sit on a phone book so they can see over the steering wheel because they can't even see over the steering wheel. So they have to sit on like a stack of books, a phone book, or sit on their leg. They got a little technique where they sit on their foot, they put their foot under their butt so they can see over the steering wheel. They start young with that stealing car shit, and it's always been like that. That ain't something that just some 2020 shit.
Of stealing that vehicle. Apparently, this is not his first time in trouble with the law. His history with police apparently spanning back nearly 18 months.
This boy is also listed as a suspect in more than 12 cases that range from auto theft to robbery to assault with a dangerous, deadly weapon. The remaining entries are mostly related to runaway type cases.
The many
He's got a history with the police, okay?
Right.
A history. Wow.
You barely have a history with a
New
pediatrician
questions
at that
tonight.
point.
Right. He ain't got all his shots yet.
Over criminal cases when the suspects are children.
They're being raised again after Minneapolis police released this shocking video. It shows what MPD says is a stolen car driving dangerously close to kids on a playground, passing by multiple times. And then look at this, driving right between the sidewalk and the playground, over the path leading to the playground equipment.
It happened 2 weeks ago today on a school day outside Nellie Stone Johnson School in North Minneapolis. Police arrested the driver, a 10-year-old boy who has a lengthy record. Apparently, his parents feel helpless.
A mother who I believe is a good parent has been asking the system for help, and the system has been failing her and failing her child. And we need to figure out what the answer to that is.
Right there. And listen, I'm not mad at this guy. He's in Minneapolis. He got to speak buzzwords, but it does embolden them, the parents and shit. Like the system failed. Like, and I'm not saying that the mother could not have lost control of the little boy, because I've seen that dozens, hundreds of times where the mom is a great mom and the little boy is doing life in prison. I've seen that with my own eyes. I got that 100%. But this type of rhetoric, oh, the system failed her and the system failed him. that just gives sons an excuse. It doesn't. It makes us worse, man. You guys got to start realizing that makes us worse. You're not helping us. You're hurting us when you do that.
Police arrested the driver, a 10-year-old boy who has a lengthy record. Apparently, his parents feel helpless.
A mother who I believe is a good parent has been asking the system for help, and the system has been failing her and failing her child. And we need to figure out what the answer to that is.
But the answer Chief O'Hara is looking for is not that simple.
Our Callan Gray spoke with the Hennepin County attorney today about what needs to happen to help these families.
This 10-year-old's joyride past a busy school playground isn't the first time he's broken the law, according to Minneapolis police, who released this footage on Friday.
The 10-year-old that we have at least 30 entries in the Minneapolis Police Department alone,
30
dating back to May of 2023.
From auto theft to robbery to assault to runaway situations.
He has no idea what he's, out there getting himself into.
Yes, he does.
He just
Clearly,
doesn't see the consequences coming.
Right.
He's
It's
trying
just
to flex
it's
for
just-
his friends.
It's just mind-boggling that they can't believe that. Yeah, this dude knows exactly what this little boy will fucking kill your ass. He'll shoot you in the back of your head.
Joe Curry said he's like Latavius Milton. That's all right. I do hood rat shit with my friends.
And they'll still say this shit though. Like what they're saying right now, this nothingness that they're saying, he would still say, "Oh, he's a child and he doesn't know any better." Fuck out of here.
That little fucking son turd is definitely gonna catch a body in the next 2 years if he's not locked up.
Chief Brian O'Hara tells us for this dangerous drive in a stolen vehicle, he now faces charges of reckless driving and receiving stolen property.
We made a decision to charge this child because of the significant safety implications, both for the child and the broader community.
Sarah Davis is the director of the Children and Families Division at the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. Speaking generally, she says the next step in a case like this is determining whether a child is capable of understanding the legal proceedings and assisting their lawyer in their defense. If the answer is no, she says the case is dismissed or another assessment is done in 6 months. And she tells us generally kids this young are not found competent.
So, kids who are not competent in the delinquency system and cannot be treated through that system, we don't have sufficient resources in terms of out-of-home placements for children with those needs who require that type of specialized care. We do know that there's a gap here.
There's nowhere for the restorative practitioners to give them intensive therapy and teach them the life skills that they need to produce a better outcome.
Under a new law going into effect in 2026, cases involving children younger than 13 will be handled as a child in need of protection or services, or CHIPS cases, instead of juvenile delinquency cases. Davis hopes that will get them services more quickly, as police call the current situation a crisis.
It's an urgent.
He don't need your fucking need or want your fucking
Right.
services.
And you know what else? Like they said that they don't think he comprehends. Right. The problem is that they're talking to this clown as dog gliders. You gotta talk to him in a way that he understands, like in a son Ebonics way, and he knows what's the word. He knows what's going on. Now, tell me I'm wrong.
No, they are charging him, so they do think he understands. Surprisingly.
They're charging him.
Yeah.
With receiving stolen property and basically driving around the playground, essentially.
That boy is at home right now playing fucking video games.
I thought they said he didn't understand.
It doesn't seem like it'll do any good since he's been involved in 30 other fucking things like robbery and shit.
Let me tell you something. That little boy right there, he not only understands everything he's doing, but he's sinister. He's more sinister than an adult. Like an adult would have. Adult who live in that same type of lifestyle, or a young man living that same type of lifestyle, has a maturity about him. He has a life experiences. When you're just
Yeah.
a kid, right? Think about your kids, right? Your kids are kind of like there's a pureness to them because they haven't been through nothing. So once they start, like my daughter, she just started lying, right? So she's lying a lot now, right? And she's starting to learn, you know what I'm saying, that the difference between the truth and not the truth and how she can manipulate and stuff like that. So it's like, but she doesn't understand all the consequences of lies. She doesn't understand when she lies that, oh, somebody find out, or I gotta tell a good lie. Oh, I can't just tell any lie because people might not believe me, or blah blah blah. That kid right there, he's probably got the mentality of a fucking gangster in the fucking Lucchese crime family, but with a 10-year-old's restraint,
Yikes.
a 10-year-old's rationale, a 10-year-old's
Right.
ability to control himself, a
Yeah.
10-year-old's empathy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you'd probably be shocked at how advanced those little boys are, man.
He probably understand more than even the gliders understand, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
I know he's a
yeah,
child, right? And I think it's fair to say that they maybe don't consider or grasp the supposed consequences, right? Because there is none.
mhm.
But but he has a deep understanding of the capacity of like like when they say I'm smoking on your dead man's, I'm smoking your dead homie. They understand that yeah, this motherfucker got killed, he gone, he's never coming. They understand the
Yeah.
gravity.
Exactly. They do understand the gravity of it. Because their homies died. Like you gotta remember, they got homeboys that's dead. So they understand what dead. Dead means you ain't coming around no more. We never see you no more. Like they understand that means. They understand that shit way more better than we do.
He's using being 10 to his advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
As
Definitely.
insane as that is to say.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he definitely knows that he can get away with certain shit, and well, basically everything. He knows he can get away with everything. Um, and there's a sinisterness to that. That
Like Chucky.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
It's demonic.
what are you talking about happened in Chicago? You said
There was a I don't want to spoil it, but there's one where like it was yesterday with a kid. I mean, I'll give you more details. And
New tonight,
The
charges have
7-year-old.
been filed against a restaurant worker accused of shooting two
Oh, this is
customers
the video. Put the
and
back
killing
shot.
them.
This is savage.
42-year-old Mehdi Melilel faces 2 counts of first-degree murder after allegedly shooting 2 people at JJ Fish and Chicken last night. Police say it happened after 2 customers allegedly started arguing with the employee. Another worker who did not want to be identified says she knew one of the victims.
He said,
put it in the
yeah,
put it in the
it's in the bag ad. But if you play this video that I put in the bag, you're gonna get banned for at least a year.
no, I'm
It's
not
way
gonna
on
put that
public.
in there. I'm not gonna put that, but I mean, put it in the comment section so the people can see it.
I think Pian did.
Okay. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, he dropped those Sunmen there. That was goddamn. You saw like a bit of the dude's head come off.
Yeah, he looked acting like he just had enough for the son or something. Think about how
I'm
much shit
looking
he's
at
had
it
to put
right
up with.
now.
Think about how much shit he just released years of frustration, chief.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out what he was doing at the beginning. He looked like he's like counting money or some shit.
Like he was looking for some. I bet you he was pretending to look for a weapon or looking for a weapon, a pistol. You know what I mean? He probably told him not kill you, and he started looking for a gun. You know what I
Could
mean?
have been getting greasy with that
You know what I'm
suspected
saying? Though?
Yeah.
Arab.
Because what is he
Yeah,
looking for?
these sons are probably loiterers. Well, the one sitting in the chair, he looks
Transcendence.
like, he has a walker next to him. If you look next to him, he has a walker. He has like a little he has mobility issues. So he probably sits in there and fucking, loiters all day. This one right here with the mat on the ground with all the products, he probably sells stuff. That's probably like all his products he probably sells like in the store. And this is probably two people that frequent the store that are there a lot. So I don't know what the nature of the argument is, but I can tell that these two people are here a lot.
They were like 55 each or so.
Yeah,
And they were
yeah,
55.
definitely, definitely. He got them out the way, man.
I was telling Hot Black that this Sandman could have very well owned that store and said, you know what, fuck it. But Sons will do that to you, Chief. Sons will fucking make you snap, bro. This
Oh yeah,
shit will get to you if you let it.
snap. They make
Does
each
that
other
happen to you,
snap all the
Wicked?
time.
I think
They
it's
make
happened
each
to me.
other. Yeah.
It was dirty, like a dirty bag of cotton. He let us pick it for the rest of or clean it for the rest of the class period.
At first, 13-year-old and
Yeah,
Percy
Have
Julian
I
pick
Middle
seen
that
this
School.
cotton.
before?
Yeah, actually, there's been a couple of instances like this. There was one where the teacher's like, "No, go home, go to Hobby Lobby and get some cotton and make, a bale of cotton for your slavery project." There's a lot of like uninspired just choices that go
Well,
along with this kind of thing.
well, what about the ones where we've seen where like the teachers make the glider kids be slaves, just so that you can know how it feels like?
I remember that. I can't. I don't know the specifics.
Yeah, in this case right here, this seems like something that black folk would want to participate in because they're always talking about these times, and it seemed like something like in the '80s, this wouldn't have been a thing. In the '80s, like this would have just been like, what I'm saying? We'd have been like, oh man, look, this is I never knew what cotton felt like. Oh man, this is what my ancestors went through.
Makes me think
We'd have
about it.
been, yeah, we'd have been proud, or we would have been like, we'd have been honored, or we'd have been cherished experience. You know what I'm saying? Now these motherfuckers instantly start talking about racism and shit. It's crazy, man. People like have changed so much, man.
It was dirty, like a dirty bag of cotton. He let us pick it for the rest of or clean it for the rest of the class period.
At first, 13-year-old and Percy Julian Middle School student Autumn Shelton says she didn't fully understand the significance of the cotton.
Until her mother or some other adult, she went home and told somebody about the project they had in class, and that person told them, "Here's how you should feel. You should feel, some DEI CRT fucking bitch or some shit." You know what I'm saying? Because for the teacher to have done this, it means that they've done it before and it's never been a problem.
The caucasity of the cotton is a
Yeah.
calamity, my brother.
Her mom got a fucking poli sci degree from a HBCU, so she went home and was like, "What did you do today at school, honey?" "Oh, we had the cotton, da da da. Got to feel the texture, and got to see what the slaves go through." Da, da, da. Oh my god, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling the school board, and this is racist, and all this bullshit. That's probably what happened.
Yep.
Until she brought a bag of it home to her mother. She just knew she didn't feel good about it.
I always feel targeted at this school. Like, it's attention on me because I'm a black girl.
Her mom posted this
She
picture of
was
the bag on.
coached.
Targeted, kid. Yeah, they don't even talk like that. So, black girls targeted at a school because she's black. Is it who's targeting you? White kids, Hispanic kids? Like, what's going on at the school, man?
Everybody.
The administration.
Yeah.
This school right here, right? Oak Park, this neighborhood, this town, whatever. It borders literally the neighborhood of Austin. So Oak Park neighbors Chicago, right? But it borders Austin seamlessly. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like they just
mm,
blend into each other,
mm,
right? And somehow Oak Park, although obviously they have a lot of spillover. It's inevitable, right? When you're there, but it's still somehow a very nice, very like affluent neighborhood. But they're struggling with liberalism. Like those gliders have so much glider guilt, it's fucking nauseating.
Wow.
Yuck.
Wow.
Attention on me because I'm a black girl.
Her mom posted this picture of the bag on Facebook last April that created an uproar from parents in the Oak Park Elementary School District. But in a federal civil lawsuit against the district, the alleged incident was just one of many.
When it was happening to us, nobody believed it. But the more they get away with, the more stuff they do.
The suit.
I thought, why don't you want to learn about that chapter of your history? What you want? They want to wear the racism, slavery card and wear you out with that all the time, but they don't want to learn about it. They don't want to.
You wearing cotton on your body.
But they sure want to be around the gliders nonetheless, though.
Yeah, they can't name one country in Africa and shit outside of fucking what? South Africa, Egypt, and
Wakanda.
Nigeria. Yeah, they can't.
Countries that aren't really even black.
Yeah, these motherfuckers.
That's okay. She's sending her kids to one of the very many excellent all black schools that are highly rated and doing well.
And every time they go to these schools, they cause trouble. Every time they go to these nice schools, the black kids cause trouble over the littlest imagined bullshit. They just
remember we did that one recently about the girl who sued the city and school district over the AirPods.
Yeah. Yes, she was told to take her AirPods out or something.
But you know what? These people are just trying to better the school. Diversity and shit.
Nah, this sucks. This is not diversity. This sucks.
With the more stuff they do.
The suit alleges racial discrimination towards Autumn and her younger sister Serenity dating back for years, including a moment in 5th grade when Autumn says a white student called her sister a racial slur.
My mom brought it to the school and they just said it like it was nothing. They just brushed it off.
In a statement to ABC7, while the school district says they do not comment on pending legal matters, the district disputes the allegations that are made in this lawsuit and intends to defend itself and its employees against these claims.
As a black family in Oak Park, do you feel safe?
I don't feel my kids are safe.
The single mom of 4 says it would be financially difficult to move
You got
out
a lot of fucking nerve.
but even more difficult keeping her daughters.
She don't feel safe in Oak Park, because white people, yeah.
District, but even more difficult keeping her daughters strong, who she says has had anxiety and self-harming thoughts.
The district needs to be held accountable.
From a bag of cotton. That's a fucking lie. They're lying for the lawsuit. They're lying for the lawsuit.
Puts up a fight in court. Autumn says she's leaned on her mom for support, learning to walk into school with her head held high, as she says, killed them with kindness.
So she goes to the same school. So the mom got her at the same school. All these problems, all this racism.
Yeah, we're talking about the school that was like, hey, get that nappy-haired neighbor kid out of the class and stuff their bag full of cotton and send him home to mama. That'll be a fun lark.
Yeah, this is insane, man. The way they ruin everything. They're ruiners. We're professional ruiners. Ruin every goddamn thing. Because that's a good thing to do. To touch cotton.
Well,
some people never touch cotton.
Well, if what you just said is true, that they ruin everything, and how do you explain our son Mayor, huh?
Right. Yeah, he's the outlier. But yeah, this is absolutely shameful what they're doing, man. And they get to be, and this girl gets to grow up and she talk about how she experienced racism.
And the sad part is a lot of those HBCUs are named after, gliders, and that's the sad part.
Are they really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Rockefeller White, Spelman.
That's kind of weird, isn't it? I didn't know that.
No,
Wow.
because they were founded in the 1860s and the 1800s. Like they were founded by
but
people to give black people a place to do school. Yeah, like Howard, Shaw.
Wow.
Sleeves and Heisen.
But from what I've
Yeah.
seen, some people they love to change the name of shit. You know what I mean?
But
So
they're
I'm
probably
surprised they
going to do
haven't.
that. They probably would get around to that. But the schools were made. All of them were founded like they were founded for really mulattoes. A lot of them, not black people,
Mm,
but mulattoes.
wow.
Because though that was the race that was seen as the ones that could be educated.
Don't let no one push you around, but you also don't have to be what people think you are.
Candace Ward and other parents are expecting.
You don't have to be what people think you are. Who the guy was? The teacher was doing a class project. What do you mean think you are?
It's really the whole problem is like projection and insecurity and shit.
The new tonight charges have been
and
Yeah,
grifting.
yeah. All of that and so much more just makes this big mess.
Here's a bag of cotton. This was a primary agricultural product in the 1800s. What you trying to say about me?
Now that I've talked to my mother and found out that something was wrong.
I should be mad about it.
Right. Look, here's this cotton in which you build this country on. This cotton you see in front of you, that's how this country was built.
Right. And you built it, man. Yeah, man. You should like sugar cane, right? Like I remember seeing a piece of sugar cane. A teacher bringing a piece of sugar cane to school when I was at Roots, and we had never seen sugar cane. We didn't know what sugar cane. It was a learning experience. We didn't know what sugar came from. That's a big crop that blacks have.
Yeah, and when you see the sugar cane, you can begin to understand like the brutality of the harvesting of the sugar cane back in the day and like what they went through, and like you have a way better, there's justifiable reasons for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But they never miss a chance to get a lawsuit in, man. Here we go.
Tanya and Terrell, a grandmother in tears, tells me her 7-year-old grandson is still at Comer Children's Hospital this morning. Doctors had to remove part of his lung, she says, after the boy was shot in the back and also suffered a graze wound to his head. Bullet hole after bullet hole.
Bullet holes everywhere. There, the windows, all throughout the kitchen. It's just everywhere.
Rosie Liggins' home was under siege last night.
I have so many unanswered questions. Why would you do this?
Police say someone driving by in a white Audi sedan fired shots from the West Pullman Street just after 9 p.m. Her 27-year-old son, who was getting out of his car at the time, was shot. His 7-year-old nephew, who was inside the house at 116th and Yale, also shot.
This is Calculator all over again.
Fight for his life to be okay. He's 7. He's a baby. He doesn't deserve it.
Unfathomable, an innocent boy has now become a victim of gun violence. Liggins says her family had gathered at her home last night for a pizza party to celebrate her upcoming birthday.
He wasn't bothering anybody. He was waiting on pizza, and he got shot. Now he's in Comer's Hospital in critical condition.
And the boy's uncle is at Christ Hospital, also in critical condition. He had gunshot wounds to his chest and arm. At this point, police say no one is in custody, while Area 2 detectives are investigating this morning.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
If you were to ask the
Right now,
son
a
mayor
Southside
about
family
this,
is holding vigil for 2 of their own after they were shot at their home in.
if you were to ask the son mayor about this, he'd probably blame on Andrew Jackson or something.
Yeah. Henry Clay.
Wow.
Right now, a Southside family is holding vigil for 2 of their own after they were shot at their home in West Pullman. One of those victims, just 7 years old. Our Andrew Ramos is at Comer Children's Hospital, where he spoke to the child's grandmother.
What was supposed to be a night of movies and pizza for this family ended in gunfire. The youngest victim now here at Comer Children's Hospital, where he underwent surgery to repair a lung pierced by a bullet. His road ahead, unclear.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The walls inside Rosie Ligon's home riddled with bullets, and her heart, she says, completely broken.
So it's like trying to be in two places at one time is very hard, you know?
Ligon says she was conflicted, going back and forth between her 7-year-old grandson and her 27-year-old son after they were both shot at their home in West Pullman.
My grandson is on the floor. He's bleeding out. All he's doing is looking up at me, calling me, reaching for me, saying, Grandma, I'm shot. I told him, I said, baby, it's going to be okay. My son is out here. He's on the ground. He's, Mama, don't leave me. I'm shot in my chest. I hurt. I can't breathe. It was a lot.
The traumatizing moment unfolded just after 9 p.m. on Monday when police say two individuals emerged from a white Audi sedan outside the home near 116th and Yale. At the time, the 27-year-old man was just getting to the house while other relatives were inside waiting to start a night of pizza and movies. Those two offenders, police say, then opened fire, unleashing a hail of bullets. The man was shot in the chest and arm outside the home. While inside, the 7-year-old was standing in the dining room where he was struck in the back and suffered a grazed wound to the head.
Yeah.
His grandmother tells us his lungs were pierced by a bullet.
He had to have surgery from bleeding on the inside. They was able to stop the bleeding.
While his uncle now...
My God, man.
I mean, America's got to be like the world leader in training gunshot trauma surgery, right? Where else can you get this
It's
much
gotta
experience?
be. It's gotta be.
A war-torn region, maybe Ukraine right now.
Yeah, maybe on the battlefield in Ukraine.
Damn, I know. But
And
even
I was just gonna say, some people are so quick. Like every fucking time you get pro-black on there saying, "Well, you know, they be killing each other in Ukraine. You never talk about how they always killing each other." Like, dude, you don't get that the fucking fact that you have to compare your fucking every single one of your neighborhoods from Baltimore to Bogalusa to a fucking battlefield in Ukraine isn't a flex for you.
right. And I mean,
The next worst thing than your neighborhood is an active battlefield with like drones and
yeah.
tanks and shit.
And I
That's
mean,
not a flex.
on top of that, we hear stories like the one we just heard, literally regularly, and Kim Fox, one of her main visions was always about the trauma police cause with wrongful convictions. That's the trauma that she was focused on, Chief.
Yeah.
I mean, never mind that the pigs, they're walking up a fucking Mount Everest with a fucking skates. They're up against such a fucking task, Ag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What can
how
you
do
even do about
what can
that?
you do? What can you do? Like, these pigs probably before they even fucking stood before they even leave the scene of this crime, they're getting already fucking banged about two more shootings around the corner. What the fuck are you supposed to do? What can you do? I don't know.
And then, oh shit, I think Ock's sleeping. Hold up.
Maybe that story
Who got
broke
his
his heart
number?
that much.
Yeah, he's done.
But you look in the bottom right corner, you got 3 dead in 24 hours in Washington, D.C. Bro, this shit is going on every day in every
Right,
fucking city in the country.
right. But you know what? I was thinking about this recently. Ox stays the course, man. He does not relent. These Sun words don't relent. They also stay the course. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta commend him for that. The fact that he's able to continue with this shit, because this shit is not fucking easy, dude. You know?
Fuck no. No. And doing it every damn day near
Right.
is a hell of a commitment.
And it's always like so much to cover every single day, dude. There's never a dull day, dude. Is there?
Hot Black, mute this guy.
Hold on. He gave me a contingency for this situation. Just a second.
Oh, did he really?
We were talking about it yesterday. He said he needed to give somebody his number.
And what does it do? What does that do for him?
Just so one of us, so we can alert him.
Hopefully
Oh,
wake him
His
up.
phone's on at least.
I've tried it before, but it didn't work. He's probably testing you, testing.
Nah, he's done.
He
You
needs
gotta
his
get
rest.
ready.
The summer got him tired out, tuckered out.
Exhausted.
Man, dude, it's
We'll see
just
if this works.
incredible, man. It's just fucking incredible how never ending this shit is, you know? Everything is like the double-edged sword is never ending. The victim, some people, and the very violent, some people.
You
It
could
just
Tell me,
call
seems,
it
bro.
in perpetuity.
yeah, and it's just like we're all supposed to fucking be tuckered in between the two and just keep our heads down and like bow, maybe. I don't know. Do we
We're
bow?
supposed to give him a hug.
Right, give them a hug, kiss their feet before we kiss their ass. Can't do it, man. Look. I'm at a point, dude. I'm at a point where if I'm talking to a man, right, man to man, right, and he tries to hit me with that victimhood shit, I'm gonna keep it real with him softly, because it's hard for people to digest the reality. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me X, Y, and Z when we know who's out here shooting everybody.
You're doing God's work, Wicked.
But do you get what I'm saying, KB? Do you understand? I'm not gonna sit here and let someone tell me, oh, they're dainty daisies, frolicking in the fucking fly. No, fuck no, dude.
Yeah, they're so fucking delicate and they have no agency in this country, which, fucking
They,
bends over in every
right.
fucking direction for them at the
They,
smallest opportunity.
their trigger fingers delicate. They got a hair trigger.
Yeah, they have delicate sensibilities. Like, I mean, this bus shooting. So they got into an argument with the bus driver, went to the back, got on the ride, and then the shooting happened as they stepped off the bus. What do you think that was about? Fuck you say to me?
Right.
Watch, I'll be back. I'll
Just a
be back.
look.
Yeah, I mean, and how is that not a fucking gigantic threat to society in general? You got these fucking
Yeah.
savages, apes out here just like spraying the fucking
Right.
crowd when they have a minor, like, oh, that made me feel slighted.
Right. How is this not a bigger deal than what they're making it? Yeah, you have these gliders from yesterday. They wrote that they're gonna like gas the juice core or some shit. And okay, now
Make
the
them.
feds gotta now the feds and everybody has to fucking drop what they're doing and follow through with
Oh
that.
yeah, what do they say? We're not gonna stand around and let something happen. Well, you motherfucker, you do everywhere else.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the report. What the report asked them, was there any like plans to do anything? No, there wasn't. Right? From what I could.
I think when he skipped the question, he was kind of implying that like, oh, that's such a dumb question. Of course they were planning something. Why would you even ask that? That's kind of how I interpret it.
Yeah, I don't know. It also could have been like we don't want to talk about it until we've
That
secured a better case or something. But that
that's how
was
I
weird.
took it. I took it as what you said.
I mean, they're
mean,
acting like the Peckerwoods, a prison gang, is plotting some kind of like terrorist attack. Like
what about
just
KB? What about the Philly shooting incident? Then is that like at what point is that going to be considered a terrorist act? At what point?
I mean,
never.
that's literally what else is it but that, right? Like you're gonna spray the fucking bus because you're a little upset with the bus driver. That's a not. I
Yeah,
mean, you're
Pe-
the whole point is to cause him terror
yeah.
and consternation.
People I care about, dude, deeply take the fucking bus. I can't even begin to imagine that occurring, and I'm already frustrated, dude,
I was
with the
thinking about
state
it
of
earlier.
affairs.
Imagine how terrifying it would be. You're sitting on the bus and shit, and like you hear the fucking Sun teens get in an argument up front, and then
The-
like you can't go anywhere, you can't move, you can't even take cover on the bus. You're
Yeah.
trapped on there with them.
and
Hot
it
Black, you
happened to
still
me.
take transportation?
Not the bus very often. I mean, every now and then it's mostly the train.
Dude, it happened to me. I was on the red line in downtown, right? and these two little skinny prick young son kids, right? Started like talking shit to each other, and I was literally in the middle, dude. So I always had my pistol on me, right? So I was just like, it happened so fast that I'm trying to like watch their hands
Right.
to see who's gonna like if anybody's gonna like try to pull out a gun and start shooting. You know what I mean? It just sucks, man. It's so frustrating, dude, that we as a society have to take it on the chin, dude.
Yeah, and it's upsetting because you look at other countries and shit where they manage to have like functioning public transportation that's not, you're not taking your fucking life in your hands when you go into it because you're traveling with apes and shit, basically.
I mean, and I see videos of the trains in like Japan or China, and it's just daunting, dude. Like the
Dude,
night, the
even in
Yo,
Europe
difference.
and
they're
shit.
so like the ones in Japan's are so like futuristic. They can
The,
never bring them out here.
dude, I seen one and where they had like cloth seats. You can't do that shit in Chicago, dude.
No, some man will piss on them.
They'll piss on them. They'll be fucking like
He'll
fucking
eat a whole
bed
fucking meal
bugs.
of shrimp and leave the peeled shells on the
Right.
fucking
It,
seat.
it'll have bed bugs all
You laugh.
over
I saw
it.
that not too long ago.
Yeah,
I
dude,
know, I knew you were speaking from experience.
dude,
I
it'll
go in there,
be
there's a
like
whole fucking pile of peeled shrimp on the goddamn. I was like, God damn, this is fucking ghetto.
think about that, dude. I mean, and again, that look, that's not shooting the bus up, but it's still pretty fucking annoying,
It's
you know?
decreasing the quality of life. Like, just it's so many ways. It's like acid etching out of the surface. It's being attacked
Yeah.
on every front possible.
And then, dude, mind you, guys, as this is occurring on the train and I'm on my phone, I gotta hear the Sun Mayor talk about how amazing some people are or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Yeah,
It's
just
there's
like,
no
playing
man
some
more
loud
legitimate.
music.
Yeah, no man more legitimate than like the some man in the corner of the train who just came in through the emergency exit rapping about like killing
right,
people and shit.
right,
How
right,
legitimate.
right. Man, I mean, it's just it's a lot, man, and I don't see the end of the I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, dude.
And that's what it is for me personally. Like people ask me like, why do you care about this shit so much? Well, it'd be easier
Yeah,
for me to stomach if it weren't for the fact that like, we see this all the time, and then on the other side of the coin, we're being told that this is primarily the fault of people, Anglos that look like me and shit.
yeah, I know,
And
dude.
like and not only directly but indirectly going back to, like you said, Andrew Jackson this is his fault.
Right, dude. It's just I couldn't do it, dude. If I was a glider, I couldn't. I'm not gonna accept that. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't. You get what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be able to
If it weren't
let
for the
them
fact
tell
that,
me.
I'm being pegged as like the biggest threat to society, well,
Right?
if it weren't for that, it'd just be like, well, yeah, black people, they commit a lot of crime, you're probably best off avoiding them. But
Yeah,
now it
yeah.
makes it more personal.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of one time me and Ak were talking. I think you were here maybe too, but he was like showing someone in Africa where they had mud huts today, like a one
Yeah.
level mud hut, and he was like the part that like the mud hut itself is like whatever, it is what it is, but what makes it the mud hut annoying is that these are the people that claim they invented everything, bro.
Right, they've been doing a lot of that talk on chaotic recently, a lot of the fucking hotep FBA shit. And
But you know what? Funny, you know what he reminds me of, dude. All that because I've been like hearing here and there about that, right? He sounds like me, and the other son man sounds like him when I'm talking to him, right? So maybe his problem because Mark knows. Mark has heard his how he feels towards me, how the dude feels towards me. But I'm shitting you not. I don't know if you heard that interaction with me and him. He
I
sounds
didn't hear it, but I
he
gathered as much about what you're
he
talking about.
he sounds like me, and the son man sounds like him. Like the whole, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean, bro? What you know what I mean? Stop lying, dude. The other son man is lying.
I mean, for all the truth he tells, he still gets defensive when other groups of people talk about it, and whatever, that's fine. Like, I appreciate the fact that he's out there telling it like it is, like But
I don't think he's telling it like it is like I don't.
maybe not in the same way, and about not necessarily about the same thing. Aka's more of a focus on like the detrimental effects to society,
Okay.
in terms of like physical violence, and you can't go outside, and who do you have to be worried about when you step
That's pretty
out to do
important.
things?
That's like
Yeah, I
that's
think
it.
that's more important for
That's
sure.
it.
And he's
But
worried about
what's
more economically. Like he is right about
Well,
the
he's
we
worried about
don't do
more
nothing economics,
for
more
all
like
the
the
N
economics.
bombs and shit. He's actually looking at it in a perspective of like, how can I would like the black race to be better, and not that Akka doesn't do
right,
that, but Akka's more
right.
focused on like, hey, who's actually
Like
causing
I'd like to
problems in
fly.
society?
I'd like to fly one day. I'd like to grow wings and fly one day. My thing is, look, I don't give a flying fuck, dude. If you're what part of the diaspora you're from, who gives a fuck?
I'm FBA. I'm not black. I'm not African.
Man,
like,
like
man, you're all crispy.
I heard the one dude tell him. He said, "Y'all ain't built shit in Africa. Over here, we've done X, Y, and Z." It's like y'all the same people, bro.
Tariq said, we're highly respected around the rest of the world when we go around, brother.
Hey, look,
That's why when you hear about FBAs in every other part of the world, they're highly respected. But they fucking hate your ass. They want you. They don't want you anywhere around them in the rest
yo,
of the
I'll
world.
give him credit where it's due, man. People do love Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan, but I mean, that what does that mean when like you're on the fucking bus and motherfuckers are dropping shrimp shells, and that's like why? It's not like one motherfucker doing stupid shit like that. It's not one to the point that me and you are here talking about it.
I've seen way too much evidence to believe the claim that if blacks were left to their own devices, if FBAs were left to their own devices here
Nah,
in
fuck
America, it'd
out
be
of
some
here,
sort of utopian society. Fuck no.
dude. Dude, can you like literally picture it? I don't know how long it would take, but I could. I know where it will end, where it will go.
Yeah,
We're
somewhere
not.
around Haiti.
Yeah, we're not
Basically,
good government. Haiti had his point for like 20 years. I've been there, so like I said, I've been there, but it's not stable because of the government.
So I
Like I
was
said,
reading. I
yeah,
was
you can
reading
do that.
about the history and the revolution and shit. And what is it, Toussaint, right? Or what's his name, the leader?
Toussaint and Gene Davis. Gene
Yeah,
Davis, abolitionist,
he
was
had them
also
son,
there.
but he was abolitionist, but he had them sons on lock too. Like he was brutal with the people in the way that they needed, and so like I think that was definitely a loss for Haiti when Napoleon, jigga-jacked him back to France, because he may have been like the right one to be leading them at the beginning. I'll acknowledge that, and that got taken away from him. But he also started that shit too, so you can't really blame the French.
It's a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, well, they had it for 20 years, but they had a asshole dictator, and just not a good. It was just it's been shit when you can't govern. Because look at Poland. Like I said, Poland's been through a lot of stuff, but yet they got their shit together.
Yeah, almost genocided off the map, and as other people observed, Japan,
From
that's got the nuclear
from
bombings.
Germany, Japan got their shit together. From Germany trying to conquer them, from Russia. That's why I have no empathy. I'm harder on Haiti, and I tell that to my mom and everything. She knows
yeah.
though. She agrees with me though.
Well, look. See, I enjoy geopolitics for sure, right? But there's three women sitting in a bus catching straight bullets. Does that fall under geopolitics or maybe not? I don't know. But that's what I'm like concerned about myself, first and foremost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd love for there to not be like this fucking
So
threat to everybody out in general society.
right. So I don't know. So I don't know if country A could do this or that, and country B can do this or that. My issue is that it seems like their children, and not just their boys, but mainly their boys, are
I mean, like a
sunk.
lot of the girls too.
A lot of other girls too, man. But the thing is that us like saying this is, and I'm not saying this. How can I put it? Um, I'm frustrated, right? I think that's evident. I've been frustrated, right? But this doesn't mean, right? What I'm saying doesn't mean that I believe in treating people differently, right? I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I
But I
don't
do
really either,
believe,
generally speaking.
but I do believe that the motherfuckers that we catch victimizing people, we need to stop kidding ourselves with this whole they need to be loved bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or at least stop coddling them because we're afraid of like wrestling up here's the thing, some people kind of hold society hostage in a lot of ways because there's
Hell
like
yeah.
if you discipline us, we're going to respond with violence and destruction on a large scale. And that has worked. Like the America love to boast about how we don't negotiate with terrorists. Bro, we negotiate with terrorists all the fucking time here.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fuck Al
Yo,
Qaeda, we got
yeah, I know.
Altarius and shit.
I mean, dude, think about that, man. And again, it goes back, Mark, to the whole comment about are they destroying bridges? Are they attacking power
Right,
plants?
that's true. I'm totally with you on that point.
But
Yes,
I'm
they
saying,
actually
like,
are eroding and destroying the
they're
infrastructure of
eroding,
society.
it's not an understatement to say that they're destroying society, dude. It's not an
Yeah,
understatement,
chaotic was
dude.
fucked up on that. Like they demonstratively are destroying like
Even
actual buildings and shit.
even the look, man, even the culture being pushed forward through them, and in like for example, this hip hop shit, right? It's the fucking debaucheries, dude.
Yeah,
It
and they're
put
proud of it too. Like Tariq regularly
but
is talking about how like, oh yeah, we got the naughty, we got the
but
ratchet side and the smart side.
but all groups, many people from different groups embrace that though. I mean, it's mainly them, but I know Umbritos embrace it and the Gliders do too.
I mean, yeah, but the degenerate culture that they embrace doesn't involve like killing
The
the
complete,
people,
yeah. But it's
or
still
at least to the same extent. I mean, I'm not gonna say obviously gliders and certainly umbritos have
well,
gotten on
we do our thing for
that
sure.
shit.
But what I'm saying is like the I think humans ain't I think everybody sucks. I think I've said that. You heard me say it before. Everybody sucks, I think. But even like the what was promoted, in that culture, as far as like drugs and bitches and like teaching little glider girls about that shit. No, man, like they don't deserve that in particular, right? But a little some girls don't deserve that. I mean, but DNA, right? But breeders don't deserve that. Like, oh, you know, put somebody in a drink. Now I'm fucking hitting. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, or
son,
just this murder shit. Like I go to the fucking Circle K every day, dude, and every fucking day they got it's just another song about some neighbor killing another neighbor.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it, like god damn, why
The
do you
the
play this shit on the fucking radio?
one came up recently in my mind, and I was like, how terrible. And it says, "My little song words with that shit, they blow you down." Remember that one?
I don't remember it in particular, but
Think,
it doesn't.
think about it. My little song words with that shit, they'll blow you down. Think about that, bro. Think about that. I
We think
mean,
about it more here than a lot of people do. I think, unfortunately.
dude, I feel like we dissect this in one night, like what people do like in a year, if not like 5 years. Let's be honest, dude. I don't
And
know people.
you go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, just society in America, far from oppressing and marginalizing some people, like embraces and takes seriously the fucking childish culture that they have.
Right.
Like every time I see a fucking glider or any like news anchor saying, 43, honeychrome, stun a fucking band hunter Brazy who's been
Right.
fucking shot dead. Band hunter Brazy is a
Right.
community contributor. Like call this man
Right.
by his fucking government name. Stop glorifying this shit. Stop lending it
Right.
any air of legitimacy. You are fucking doing this
Exactly.
country a disservice doing that.
I know. But I mean, look what Kamala did during that campaign in Georgia, that event where it was like the trap house or
Right.
some shit.
Yeah, like all but
I
twerked on
mean,
stage and shit.
right, right. I'm surprised that she didn't go
Was
crazy
that the
that
one where
night.
she had Megan the Stallion?
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
mean,
then there
just
was
like imagine a worse role model to little girls and
uh,
shit.
and then it was like there was like old glider queens like in the front row, and it was just weird, dude. It's like what the fuck is going on in the melting pot, right? Why not? Fuck it.
there's a music that's not really like palatable from every group of people, right? But there is no fucking equivalent to what's coming out of like the Sun community in terms of the nature and the subject matter
Decay,
of the music and shit and
the
like the
decay of like morals.
well yeah and I don't a lot of people will say that it's responsible for the decay of some morals in society and shit. And I don't think it's that simple. I think that's like putting the cart before the horse, if you will.
Yeah,
um
yeah,
some people are trended towards this in general, in my opinion.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't really get
yeah,
pleasure out of saying that. I'd like it to be the other way around. But
yeah. And I mean, look. Me personally, dude, I think I'm harder. Believe it or not, I'm harder on burritos, right? I think I am because in my mind anyway, they're so much closer to my community that I'm harder on them as far as like I need them to do better. You get what I'm saying? So whenever I see a walk up, like if you think I'm going hard on some people, I'm like,
Imagine how I feel.
so you get
yeah,
what I'm
I
trying to
have
say,
thought
right?
about that.
What?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think part of the problem is you have a better understanding of your own community and you can like more easily conceptualize reasons and motivations behind why you might be killed by a member of your own community and that kind of thing, just
Yeah,
hypothetically. What I don't know, in my own mind when I think about it, it's very like alien and kind of
yeah,
terrifying concept to just be snuffed out by a fucking sun man over some stupid fucking
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
pointless fucking shit. It's just so the thought of your death happening and this alien, basically, the person that's so fucking different from you, is just like shrugging that off like no big fucking deal.
yeah. You know that's a good point you made, right? Because I did grow up like in that. I grew up in a rough neighborhood, right? I did grow up with the possibility of getting gunned down. That was my reality, right? Um, but you know how I was a kid, right? I understood it differently, and I'm not sure how you're gonna feel about what I'm about. I think you'll understand what I'm trying to say. But when I was a kid, dude, I remember I would have like a jealousy towards glider boys, right? Because I used to wonder, why do I have to worry about getting gunned down walking to school, right? And the glider boys don't gotta worry about it. You know what I mean? And again,
Yeah.
I have a better understanding more now where I'm at in life right now. But I think it's fair for me to have, I think I'm not too hard on myself for thinking like that because I was a kid, right? But yeah, dude, I used to envy that from you guys, man. Right? That you
Well, I
guys
mean,
didn't have
it's
to
a
worry
it's
about
a
it.
reasonable question to ask, right? But like, I think here we have a different explanation than most people are generally
Yeah,
attributing it to. Like, why
yeah,
are the glider neighborhoods safe to walk through more than
yeah,
Hispanic or Sun neighborhoods, right? I mean,
yeah.
maybe there's baser
There's
reason for it.
DNA. You know, like just looking at it through that lens, it helps me explain a lot of behaviors in my community. You know what I mean? Um, Even when I was like in fourth grade, right? Maybe you guys did this shit, huh? But I remember we used to click in school in fourth grade. We would click up by homeroom, right? So I was like in homeroom 401. So we all clicked up and went to the school. We would go like outright fight, rumble with the boys from 403. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we used to really embrace that. And I think that goes back to our tribal ancestry, our ancestors. You know what I mean?
So it was mostly on burritos.
Aztec.
Yeah. Oh, my school was pretty much all on burritos, dude.
Yeah.
There was like one black kid, literally just
Jesus.
one. Maybe like one white kid too.
Well, I
But
am.
you said what?
Nah, cause Will I am. He went to. He lived in a
Oh
Burrito
yeah, yeah.
neighborhood.
But you know what, man? You know what? The sun men that would hang around, the ones that would hang around with the burritos, were typically cool sun men. They were like they embraced what we had going on. You know what I mean? They were always cool. The school I went to was rough, right? The sun I didn't interact with the sun people because it was that segregated, right? But the some people that were hanging out with us, because there was Umbritos that would hang out like mainly with the Suns. We just had crossover like that, right?
Yeah.
But I was hanging out with the Umbritos. But the Sun students that would come hang out with us during in high school. But yeah, like this whole lens of like DNA, I gotta say, man, it helps me, and it even helps me like when I see gliders, huh? When I see gliders like behaving and existing, I'm like, yeah, how can it not be DNA? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say struggled, but I grappled with the concept a lot as a kid growing up in New Orleans, just being like trying to understand why there was such drastically different behavior in
Yeah,
different groups of people, and going to, like, relatively mixed schools for New Orleans, right? I mean, in New Orleans is mostly like all black or all white, like Catholic schools and shit. And I didn't go to Catholic school or anything, so I had plenty of black friends. I was, very much exposed to blacks in the school system in New Orleans and everything. And like, just overwhelmingly, when there was problems and shit, it was,
yeah,
who, right? I mean, and outside of that, even just the perplexing behavior and aggressiveness, and eventually, you like learn to be cautious and shit. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know
You
how it
gotta
is for
survive.
gliders in the middle.
You
I
gotta
don't know how,
survive.
like, what's it,
Wow.
burner account, Canadian dude. Shout out to Canadian
Yeah,
dude. But
right,
like, how did you get that racist? Like,
right,
mine
right.
was built up and cultured over a long period of time, right?
Yeah,
By exposure.
yeah, yeah. Funny you say that, dude. When I was in college, right? I used to hang out with I started hanging out with these hit gliders, right? They're like one of my group of friends, right? You know, how you have like different groups of friends. Well, they were like hicks,
Hmm.
and but they were like they were cool people, man. I do beers with them, right?
Yeah, I know exactly
But
what you mean.
but they were like they were so racist. They would say like racist shit, right? And I used to wonder, like I used to ask them, like, dude, I went to high school with like that was like half sons. Y'all don't know any sons. How in the fuck? Like, is it like TV or where did you guys gain this like disdain or this like perception of them, you know?
Yeah, and I don't like I have distasteful feelings, generally speaking, when I hear gliders talking like that, because it manifests in like one of two ways usually when gliders are not exposed to suns and they form opinions about them. They're either like super woke and they think, everything has been denied to sun
Yeah.
people, and they are stepped on their necks and everything, this and that, or they get stupid racist with it, like, and whatever, you're entitled to your opinion, and that, but like, just stupid shit, right? That don't really make any sense.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like, I got buku Sun friends. I've lived with and loved Sun people. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
you can't help it when you grow up in that kind of environment. But
Yeah.
goddamn, like, if you don't see the differences, you're not paying attention.
Right, right. No,
Facts.
I mean, look, man, like the dude that put me on this, like, showed me this channel. He's a son, man. He probably hears me say someone like the real shit I say, and I'm embarrassed sometimes, like because it's just the truth, man. It's the reality, bro. You know what I mean? Look, I don't think I don't think that I that I'm racist, right? How can I? Or you telling
No,
me?
you're a realist. You're a race realist.
Right, right. Like Mark, telling me when I saw that video of the 7-year-old getting shot, and I'm angered as fuck by it, and I want something to be done about it. Well, I should just be like, fuck that kid, right? If I was a racist, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
that
in one way of
Yeah.
looking at it, you'd be
Me
like, well,
personally, I would want to kill that kid. So that's just my
or you'd
personal.
be happy to learn that there was one less of the people that you don't care for in the
right?
world. It's not the reaction that I think most of the people have here. I don't think people think that
Well,
like that
except
usually.
maybe fish. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not.
Dude, shout out to fishermen,
Uh,
but like, you ain't keeping it
Fish,
that real in public, man.
nah,
You ain't.
You
nah. I
can't.
think, I
You
think, I
cannot.
think Fish is more like to
Not that I
himself.
am
That's
either.
all. I just think Fish is to himself. He don't want to be bothered.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
probably
I get the
so.
impression.
And he
but
grew up in
but
Mobile, so we
but
already
my
know how
pro-
he got his power
yeah,
level.
100%. But my problem with the fish though, man, and with you too, really, huh, is when you guys talk. And again, I know we've touched on this in the past, but when you guys talk about not reproducing and whatnot, I just don't comprehend it, dude.
I
Like
mean,
like
I have full plans to, and I have no problem. I mean, like not problems like that with glider women. So
like I'm probably gonna have at least four, and it's not easy. It's not easy, huh? It's a lot of work, but I just have like this desire
Nah,
to to make the world.
Wick,
You say what?
Wick, I'm getting like three more. I can't wait. Finally,
Right,
I've been stuck on one for 14
yeah,
years.
right. But I obviously in my mind anyway, it's not just about having the kid and that's it, bro. It's about like instilling in this kid the future, and like principles, you know. But no, this channel, it's very unique, man.
yeah, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, I know. We've been with I for years now, dude. And like think about all the guys that have come and went on the panels. Remember the guy Jerry, the nerdy skinny white guy.
Yeah, I was trying. Yeah, Jared from Subway. I was trying to remember what his
Yeah.
name was the other
Do,
day.
do, do you remember? Do you remember? I forget his name, bro. But he used to be a glider that he would come on with like a baby blue Under Armour shirt,
Mm,
and he was very based, very mellow guy. He would be on camera. You remember him?
I don't know. I have probably a tendency to remember the more spurgy gliders,
Do you
unfortunately.
remember? Do you remember Builder?
Yeah, I remember Builder. Builder had mad smoke for me.
I hope he's
But
all right, man. I know he was. Yeah, I know he
yeah,
was up there. I know he was up there in age. You know,
he got on. He would get on here and talk about how like okay, he was from Philadelphia too, right?
I can't recall.
He
Maybe
would tell
so.
Yeah,
stories about
he a
fights
Philly,
with
he a
sisters
Philly
and
guy.
stuff.
You remember the other Philly guy, the one that got mad at me? I forget his name right now.
Rob,
Yeah, Rob.
I like Rob. Rob
Me,
was cool.
me
I
too.
liked him,
Me
boy.
too.
Rob's one of those. We built everything. We did it.
Yeah,
We are the greatest. We conquered the
dude.
whole world, gliders.
Dude,
You know,
I was thinking about that recently,
he ain't
dude.
never left
Th-
Philadelphia or whatever.
those gliders. I was thinking about that recently. Those gliders are weird, dude. They remind me of Sunman.
It's a
Oh,
form
we
of
built
cope to
everything.
take. It's a form of cope to take
He wasn't
that much pride in other people's accomplishments, even
he
if they were
It's
wasn't like
pieces
that
of
weird.
shit.
so much though. He wasn't like that so
He,
much though.
I felt like he
He
was.
wasn't
I
really
got that
like
a lot from him.
not really because Rob was with the shits, man.
He was cool. He was a cool
He
dude.
was with the shits. He was in the trenches. So Rob is a real.
Man,
He's one of the
exposure.
few
It,
gliders that got backbone.
well, it's like Hot Black just said. Through exposure. You know what I mean? Like
I don't
he's
necessarily doubt that he's got the backbone and everything. I just like the way that he's coming at you conversationally is just
like, oh, we built
kind of cringy.
yeah, we built X, Y, and Z, and it's like, well, I mean, I think
I
you,
knew
I think
plenty of
you,
dudes like that. Like, dude, you never even fucking left the city.
yeah. So I think you should be proud, right? I strongly believe that everybody, and I mean everybody, should be proud, right, of their heritage. But let's be fucking reasonable and logical as well.
Gliders have to remember that we got buku problem. Like, our shit smells too, man. Like, we have got like aside from the fact that we're being like cucked out of our own civilizations, which is shameful enough. Like, if that weren't enough to worry about, then we got plenty of other homegrown problems that if there weren't for the fact that like some people are out here slaughtering people every fucking day would be the biggest problems in the nation.
I mean, like I said, I'm
Yeah,
proud to be
for
Haitian.
sure.
I'm happy that we were the first to have our own independent country. But again, we don't know shit about
Yeah,
government. So our
yeah.
shit
But
stinks.
that's what I'm saying though. Like, believe it or not, huh, what he just said, I believe in that, right? Like, I think you got to be proud, man. For better or worse, you know what I mean? Like, I think we talked about this years ago about how and look, this is the thing about Ike in particular, right? He's a whole son man. He's proud to be a son man. People have said Ike hates himself. How, dude? He's all about son man. Look at him right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's comfortable in his own skin, bro. And for that anyone to imply that he hates himself, I think it's bullshit.
You
You know what
remember
I
he
mean?
had that dude on not too long ago, like a month or two ago, who was talking about, oh, you hate yourself and shit. And he was
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, I do hate black people, for like, I hate this stuff. I mean, I don't remember what he said, but it was like a very reasonable explanation of, and nuance too. You can love a
Yeah.
people and hate the stupid shit that they do
Yeah, hundred
to an
percent.
extreme.
100%. It's like tough love, right? Yo, what? Let me ask you this, guys. Why do you guys think that the hoteps or the liberals or the what they call them, the foundationals,
Yeah,
how come they
the
they don't hit this link like that? What do
They
you
don't
think it
want no
is?
sauce because we prove facts. Look, I I got back. I get pushed back from my friends, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at them. It's crazy. It's like even with Kamala, I'll be like, she never answers a question. You notice that
No.
they'll look at me with you know two heads, and I'm like, I
No.
can't take them serious. I think reality hurts people like when they know it's true.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look. I think what shuts any bullshit. You know how they try to like bullshit the way around like the topic at hand.
Same thing
There's no.
happens with gliders in the Confederacy. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know goddamn well that fucking
But
war was about
but
slavery, but you don't want
but
to fucking admit it.
but
That's the
look,
problem.
what I'm saying is this, huh? There's no getting around. No matter how hard you try, bro, or you could try it, guys. I mean, hey, look, it's the gun memorial. I think the gun memorial is it. I mean, am I wrong?
No, I think you're
One,
right.
one, like
But you can't
Or the
you
mass
can't
shooting tracker.
yeah, but you can't tell that to glider girls, man. Like the amount of dates that I have ruined because of my mouth with glider women,
yeah,
I don't care. I
yeah,
mean this one glider, she was a teacher, me and her, we were just talking and like how Black said, there's some gliders that talk out of their ass about, sons, but I'm like, so what? They can say it. If that's the way they want to talk, that man,
yeah.
she was heated.
Yeah. But I mean, if they were to come on here and they have right, pick a city. That's another one, right? That is
Yeah, throw a dart.
that was yeah. Throw a dart. Throw fucking pick a city, any city. You
Yeah,
know,
she didn't like that. She didn't like that. She lived in
what
Harlem. She wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Oh
what the
god.
pick is like the pick a city or what are you talking about?
Pick a
Or
city.
just
If I told her pick a city, I think I mentioned it. Like, tell
yeah,
me one area we don't ruin things. And
right.
she was look. My track record of ruining dates with glider women. It's just I don't care though.
Look,
I hate them a lot.
So tell me
look.
about yourself. Well, first off, let me tell you what you're not supposed to do. If you see a black nigga escorting out of
Right.
a fucking
Well,
establishment, you better leave right away.
but I think the only way to explain that, and correct me if I'm wrong, huh, is I think it is the Juice Crew to whatever degree. I mean, I think it's DNA, but I think the Juice Crew have tapped into that, bro, because the way gliders have just let some people, you know what my wife said that got my attention this once. She said it in passing, but it was like a year ago too, and it stuck to me. She said something along the lines of maybe sons keeping gliders on their on their heels is a good thing because if gliders were like on the offensive, maybe they would be because I'm not gonna lie to you, how gliders can be snobby, dude. Gliders can be
Absolutely,
annoying.
for sure.
So she said, and I was like, damn, what if what if there's some kind of balance, but there's some people obviously are taking it too far, but what if they like balance each other out, you know?
Jesus,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. Fuck that. I like my health, and I wanna be out. I wanna be survive
Is
for a
is that
while.
like,
Yeah.
we should make sure that the host is riddled with parasites so it can't get strong enough to hurt
Man,
us or something?
dude, I've been around gliders, right? Like where I'm like I had this job once upon a time, right? Where it was like me and like all gliders, pretty much glider men. And they were just so like snobby, dude. When they were so comfortable, they were like, oh my dad, they were like just like, you know what I'm saying?
I,
Hey, I mean,
I
You
like
see a lot of
gliders
that
like
shit
that though.
on Chaotic, like a lot of
Yeah,
snobby
but I,
dude,
I like
it's
I
gliders.
like
fucking
gliders like
annoying,
that.
dude. It's fucking
I like them
annoying,
like that
dude.
because you know why? That just to me, I expose some of my black friends. I like you see, they're not thinking about you. They just in their own world and they snotty and you know, and I show them that. So I kind of like it.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe stuck up an asshole, but they're not sitting around thinking about how they can oppress and fucking keep you down and keep their neck
Yeah, no,
down.
no,
Exactly.
no. I mean, but yeah, but I can't stand a fucking asshole either, though. But no, but yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that much. But I thought that was an interesting point, personally, that maybe it's like some kind of balance thing, because some people have you guys something about racism and being accused of it.
I
Just
mean,
that has,
however it began, the two races are inexorably linked now. Like
yeah, yeah,
we
100%.
we have a thing. There's white
Damn the
people and black people have a
ancestors.
fucking thing. It's very much a drastic love hate relationship, honestly, and love and hate comes from both sides, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah. Well, it's
it's just
more
a
hate from that
complicated
side
fucking
though.
issue. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's more violence from that side. There's more,
Yeah.
and probably for the most part always has been, right? Like
Yeah.
that's one of these. I mean, I tell you what about this channel that has woken me up to so much fucking historical
Yeah.
shit I used to take for granted. Like even being a
Yeah.
realist, I would be like, yeah, well, some people had it really fucking bad for no reason back then. Well, like, hold up, well, actually, look at it.
Yeah.
Is it a coincidence that every single one of these, massacres is preceded by like the rape of white women and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they loved it.
Did it really happen for no reason at all?
Yeah. No, I doubt it. I just can't. I don't know, man. I don't believe a lot of that shit anymore, dude. You know?
I believe that there was a
Mm.
lot of like KKK
Aggression?
and fucking yeah, dude. A lot of that shit happened for
You
sure,
think
but
so?
I don't think that it was
No,
totally
no,
like
I think it was on
it,
both
it did.
sides. I think it was on both
Nah,
sides,
no.
though.
nah. Wait,
You don't think the
yeah,
That's
Sunmen
what
were
I'm
it's
on the
saying.
on the offensive? The Sunmen were 110% on the attack as well.
I think the common violence of the Sun people at that period was not as well documented as the violence, which in many ways may have been viewed as reprisals, right?
Yeah,
But
I
there
mean,
were like there was some terrorizing going on and shit. I got like I'm pretty sure I'm related to somebody who was part of the White League in the Battle of New Orleans. That whole thing where
oh, the
they
Confederacy?
no in Reconstruction where they like New Orleans and Democrats basically tried to overthrow this municipal
Yeah.
government there
Mm,
and shot a bunch of blacks in a library or something
for
downtown
no
New Orleans.
reason? For no
Uh,
reason?
I don't think it was. In my estimation, it was like very much mob mentality kind of thing. I don't think there was good. It's not like
It was
Tulsa
like a
where
specific
a girl
act.
gets fucking attacked, or a bunch of these other things. I think
Yeah.
that was more like
that
revanchism for the Confederacy and that kind of thing.
you you New Orleans guys, man, from the blacks to the Italians. Jeez.
I mean, you got some to everything down there, man. That's why I think a great place to, in a way, a good place to grow up because you really are exposed to a lot of different stuff. But a lot of it you
Yeah,
maybe
no,
wouldn't
no,
want to be
I've
exposed
been
to.
there. Oh yeah, I've been there. I've been there. They're gonna clean up the city for the Super Bowl. That's it.
Mm.
Well, we'll see.
Dude, but you bring up a good point with Tulsa, what preceded it. That's a hell of a story, dude. That doesn't get told, you know?
Not mentioned at all, and they're like, oh, if it is mentioned, they say, oh, she claimed she's a Carolyn
Oh
Bryant
yeah,
or
yeah.
something, but
In
when you read the
tears?
newspaper reports, she's like her dress is all ripped up and shit, and they make it seem like he tripped in the elevator and like grabbed onto her to steady himself, and she screamed rape, and all the white men in the town descended to try and lynch him. Like that's not what fucking happened, bro. We can fucking see that shit
Yeah,
every day in this country. And you're
yeah,
telling me that some people were completely different back then? I don't fucking buy that shit.
yeah. I mean, maybe one day. I'm an optimist. Maybe one day they'll be able to correct themselves. Maybe. you know, and
I hope
they'll be,
so.
yeah. I
A,
mean,
a famous man said it. Both sides were fine.
Yeah, there was, there's just like a shit ton more ignorance. I mean, people were just stupider and more violent back in the day, on the whole. And I'm not buying the argument that like, oh yeah, everybody was like that except for some people who were more civilized and like, didn't do all the shit that they're doing now back in the day. But the only reason they're doing it now is because of the Great Society and Lyndon Johnson getting ends to vote Democrat and shit like that. Fuck out of here.
yeah, but I think, man, I think at this point we're at a point where we need to start, and for equity as well, we need to start naming hurricanes after some people. Like I
Oh
never had
yeah,
a hurricane named Jamal.
Hurricane Jamal, Hurricane Latira,
Trayvon, Hurricane Trayvon, Latoya, Hurricane
Jesus.
Latoya,
I
Hurricane
don't.
Lyronetta.
I don't know about that.
Sharkeisha, Hurricane Sharkeisha.
You remember that old meme? It was like a some woman named Erica McBride, but she spelled it Erica.
Nah,
Look up Erica McBride.
she's trying to be extra.
It was just a particularly egregious
They
version
did
of someone's name.
name after her though. Katrina.
Well,
Okay.
is that a sister name though?
Katrina. That was named after
Nah,
her.
I know an assistant named Trina, but not Katrina. I don't think.
nah, Katrina. That could be
Hurricane Katrina. Yeah.
What about it though?
They named her after her sister.
No, that could be a breeder name. Oh, Katrina. That could be a breeder name. It could be a Glad Queen name too. Right? Is that not right? Hat? It could be a Glad Queen, right? Katrina.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like I said, I've known a Trina Sun Woman, but I don't know about
Right.
Katrina.
That are they? What name is that? Is that a glider name? No.
I think that's a breeder name. I know a
He
breeder
probably
That's
name.
goes
some
through
breeder name.
Spanish,
So
yeah.
all right. Yeah, some
Yeah.
breeder name.
Wait,
Katrina
wait,
like
wait.
Tatiana. Tatiana's a Brito name, but they Sons jacked
Tatiana.
it.
Oh, they
Yeah,
named it
that's a
Tatiana.
Brito name.
You know what name that they took was Chiquita, Chiquita.
Chiquita.
But we say Chiquita, but they take it and made it Chiquita.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So there's like two more names that they did the same shit to, where it's like a Brito word, but they like, what is it? Is the word ebonized it or whatever? They gave it some flavor, some
Ebonized it.
soul. But I
Yeah,
like
they
Shaquita.
seasoned your word.
Right. Hurricane Shaquita. I like it. Right? Yo, did y'all see the one video, dude, where the one Sun man was talking about how the hurricane only hit glider towns and it was because of like payback for slavery? It was karma. Did
Yeah,
you
I
see that
remember
one?
seeing that. I think.
Think about how racist that is, dude. Think about how like wicked to just even put that out there. Like I can't even. It's so weird, man, that
Some
he's
people
able to say
still in
that.
New Orleans. I mean, it's like an article of faith that the government intended for all the black people to die in New Orleans. And blew up the levees and shit. Like that is like
Yeah,
if you deny that to some people in New Orleans, they look at you like fucking crabs on your
yeah,
head and shit.
man. They reach for the stars, dude.
And it's just the fact is like first off, some people wouldn't try to evacuate like that. A lot of times they're not. Just to be real, and maybe they're less able to in general, right? Like a lot of old ladies and shit. But man, Florida, better get ready because like
Yeah,
that's
man.
one thing Katrina demonstrated is you have a collapse in general societal like controls, law enforcement, and that kind of thing. You have a large sun population, you're in trouble,
Yeah.
Jack.
Oh man, I don't even know. I have no idea what that
Even my
looks like, dude.
Tampa Bay, my Colombians. I hope they be alright.
Man, hey, look, I know this, man. I have
And
a lot of
Venezuela.
ammo. You know what I'm saying? I have. If I have one thing, you can't eat ammo, but I'll feed motherfuckers ammo though, because I got a lot of that. You just never know, man. You know?
Yeah, it's the only handout you can afford.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully people chain up their generators because it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a rough sled.
That's what I'm hearing, man. I couldn't live over there. This too, it happens a lot. It feels like, these hurricanes and whatnot. I couldn't
Yeah.
live out there.
We
But
had it bad in Jersey. I think when we had Sandy, that was pretty
oh
bad. I
yeah,
think
that was a
we
storm
had
zone,
it
right?
for yeah. I was there. Everything I think I had
Yeah.
9 days without power, lights and power.
Jesus.
9 days.
And it was
Yeah,
freezing.
it was freezing. But
Damn.
my mom was older, so
Damn.
my mom's up there. She's out past Mandela and them, so she's
Gotta be
80,
tough.
84. Yeah, so
Wow.
I had to like take her to certain spots.
Yeah. Yeah, you will hope that the government is, prepared for that kind of stuff, man. But looking at the clips, they don't feel like they're prepared for this one, you know?
They
Looking at
never
looking at
can be
footage.
ultimately. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just too big
tough.
of a fucking. The government,
Yeah.
COVID was like that too. Like they want you to think, or it's just maybe just comforting to think that there is a authority that knows what it's doing in charge, but
Supposedly,
they
yeah.
really don't. Just like
Yeah.
everybody else.
Right, right. Yo, can you imagine being in Florida, shit going to hell, and seeing these women with those thick dreads? You know how, like, in Florida they got those.
Yeah, imagine yourself. Picture the situation. The hurricane's just passed. All semblance of law and order has disappeared from your little town in Florida, and you got a gang of tarantula heads coming down the street at
Oh,
you.
that's tough. That's tough, dude.
Shit.
Man. But I always heard about those dudes that if you don't move, they can't see you.
Yeah,
So just stand still. You
the
know?
fast twitch muscle fibers in the eyes. They're not really built for. They're
Right.
built for tracking like cheetahs on the savannah, and not ponderous moving gliders.
Right, right. Or innocent victims, man. It's
Since
kind of like,
gliders didn't develop to have to be super fast to outrun, ravenous suns on the
yeah,
Serengeti, they have to use the slowness as the defense instead.
yeah. Now, but I did hear too though that if you're elderly, it doesn't matter. They could see you.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
but they
they
won't.
they sense the innate
The,
weakness of the
the
elderly,
weakness. Right, right. It's
or the
like,
infirm, or the disabled.
right, right. Well, look, guys, man, it's been fun. I don't know how long were we talking without snoring? For
I
a
don't know,
while, it
man.
feels
It's
like.
been a
For a
minute.
while.
That's hilarious. All right,
Tried
man,
to
I'm gonna
save this
get.
one. Might have to leave it to him though.
Yeah. You
Right
guys
on
take
cue
care,
too.
man.
Take
Y'all be
care. Hot
safe.
block. You know how to cut it off, right?
I can't cut it off. We'll leave, but it'll still run. So salute to y'all. Salute to the chat. Y'all are awesome. Donate to the show. Get a membership. It's worth it. I think we can all agree for this content, right? Soaring
Yep.
or no?
We're out of here. I guess.
Peace.
Oh my God, man. Man, oh man. Oh man. He said the pan of white noise you sleep. Yeah, man. It was that white noise, man. It was that white noise, man. Man. I gotta get some sleep one day, man. One day I just gotta sleep all day. I gotta sleep all day. Yeah, it was the brown noise and the white noise, man. Oh man. Yeah, it was the juice crew. I want to blame the juice crew for that, man. He said, yeah, those little greedy juice crew people made me do that, man. It's Friday. Wow. Where did the whole week go? It's Friday already. I don't even know when we fell asleep. What were you talking about when I fell asleep, man? What were we talking about? Chicken? You was talking about chicken. And I fell asleep talking about chicken. 59 minutes ago. Good Lord. See, I'm lucky I don't talk in my sleep. Jeez. I gotta stop. Yeah, man. I have to blame myself. I'll take the blame for that, man. I'll take the blame for that. I should have gotten more rest, man. I blame myself for not sleeping more earlier, man. See, I'm taking the blame for I'm being responsible, man. I blame myself, man. I should have gotten much more sleep earlier, man. I'm too nice, man. I'm so nice, man. I want to do the show every night that I don't sleep, man. I blame myself, man. If you want to blame anybody for tonight's show, man, blame me, man. For being so selfless. I blame myself for being so selfless and doing the show every night that I'm so tired, man. As soon as the plan left, I woke up. Yes, a diabolical plan worked. I told you I could get rid of him. Yeah, hot black, man. I blame hot black, man. The system failed me, man. The system failed me, man. And the system failed y'all. It was hot black's responsibility, man. He not only did hot black blame me, fail me, but he failed y'all. And you know what? He's gonna sleep like a baby tonight. That's the crazy part. He's gonna sleep like a baby tonight, knowing what he did. How ironic is that? He's gonna sleep like a baby tonight after what he did. Damn shame, man. And the snoring too, man. That come, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. I need white people, man. For a white person to say something about my snoring, it's unacceptable, man. Unacceptable, man. Yeah, man. Oh, oh man, I was you know what happened though? Let me show you what happened. Let me show you what happened. I forgot to turn my other phone on, man. I forgot to turn the ringer on my phone, man. I had the ringer off, man, so it wouldn't disturb the show. So yeah, I see you called me, man. Thank you, man. Actually, man, it's not Hot Black's fault. He called me. He tried to help, man. Hot Black did the least. He did just like a white man. He did the least possible he could do. He didn't go above. He didn't go above and beyond, man, to try to save the show. But he did the bare minimum. He gave me a call, man. And my ringer was off, man. I mean, he could have done more. He could have done more. You know what I'm saying? But you know, such is life, man. I've learned to accept the bare minimum for white people, man. I've learned to accept the fact that they're gonna do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? But such is life. It is what it is. As long as he can live with himself, look himself in the mirror, that's all that matters, man. Yeah, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna try to start earlier, man. Cause I gotta start earlier, man. Something I gotta do. I've probably fallen asleep I've probably fallen asleep doing this show maybe like 5 or 6 times in the last month. Where before I fall asleep very rarely. You know what I think it is? Let me tell you what I think it is. My daughters started school. Ever since my daughter started school, I gotta get up even earlier. And I gotta, we gotta get her ready and we gotta I think since my daughter, so all jokes aside, I think since my daughter started school, that's when I started really falling asleep much more, man, during the show because I can't even control it. I can't even control it now. I'm so tired. I can't even control it. Salute to Virgo Sapphire. He says, salute, I'm praying for you. Cool cat, I'm one of the men. I'm on Manatee River. It's hitting us head on. Evacuating, it'll be total destruction. Helen hurt us as well. Damn. Sorry, man. Rocky Mountain Bear says, hey, you can tell people you were making money in your sleep. The bare minimum. Yeah, man, you the only person to donate while I was sleeping, man. Salute to you, man. Um, yeah, climate change, man. It's climate change, man. It's not that hurricanes happen and shit. It's not that hurricanes have been happening for eons. It's climate change, man. It's not that the white man has built all these multiple level structures, man, that can be destroyed during a hurricane. And before that, all you had was teepees and huts and shit. So you really didn't have no a hurricane. Really didn't do nothing when people of color just had teepees and huts. But since white man been building multiple level buildings out of building materials other than mud and straw, and building cities out of those things, man, when a hurricane come through, it causes destruction. Whereas before, it just would be biodegradable, man. it just be returning the mud and the straw to the earth, man. This is white people's fault, man, for building cities, man. If you white people didn't build cities, these hurricanes wouldn't destroy nothing. It's actually y'all fault because the hurricane is just coming through, and y'all city happened to be in the way, man. I blame white people for that, man, as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, man. People of color, all we would have is a bunch of teepees and huts. And the hurricane would come through and knock the teepees and the huts down, and we just build them right back up the next day. The next day, man, we get some dirt and build the hut right back up. White man and got drywall and fucking plumbing and wiring and files and electrical power lines and shit and water mains and all this shit. It's a lot of shit to destroy, man, for the hurricane to destroy. It's y'all fault, man. Concrete, cement, asphalt, shingles, windows, all this shit is white people's shit. They put right in the way of a hurricane. What the fuck the hurricane supposed to do? That's why I say, man, we black people, we had huts, man. The cleanup after the hurricane is always much easier with black folk, man, with indigenous people, man. Yeah, man, ain't no fucking hurricane recognizing your white privilege. The sun don't even like y'all. That's why y'all burn when y'all in the sun, man. Because the sun don't like y'all. Y'all aren't natural. You're not supposed to be here. I let you know that y'all not supposed to be here. Y'all can't even be in the sun. Y'all are aliens, man. Y'all have come to Earth as aliens and tricked us into being savages, man. Now denounce your whiteness, man. Everyone denounce your whiteness and send me $20, man. Denounce your whiteness and send me $20, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, though. Thank you, guys. But seriously, all jokes aside, man, Hot Black did try to call me, though. I had my ringer off. I got to remember to turn my ringer on, man. I got 2 phones. So don't blame Hot Black, man. Blame the Ombrito, man. The Ombrito didn't do nothing, man. The migrant. How long has Wicked actually been here? Really, think about it, man. We don't know if he was really here before Kamala got in the office, man. Wicked is one of Kamala's migrants, man. That's taking black jobs, man. It's Wicked's fault. I blame Wicked, man. Trying to slyly take a black job. He trying to let me go to sleep, man, because you know that If I go to sleep, people gonna leave the chat, man, and it's gonna mess up my black job. Mm-hmm. And then he could come on here and he could start a YouTube channel on how to lay concrete and lay drywall. Yeah, man. That's all right. The show goes on, man. I want to thank all you guys for being here, man, with me, man. While I took a break from oppression, I want to thank you guys for being here while I took a break from oppression. That's all sleeping really is, man. At the end of the day, when a black man sleeps, he's just taking a break from oppression. So I want to thank you guys for staying around while I took a break from oppression, because we all deserve a break from this oppression, man. And we shouldn't have to announce when we're taking a break, because they didn't announce when they showed up on the shores of Africa. When they showed up on the shores of Africa with their boats, did they announce it? No, they just showed up. So when I take a break from oppression, I don't have to announce it. So yeah, man, I just took a break from my oppressive masters in the middle of my show. I took a reprieve from oppression. The only reprieve a black man gets from oppression is when he's in an altered state. So I took a reprieve from oppression. And now I'm getting flack for it, man. People are asking me questions about why did I take a reprieve from oppression. That's your privilege. You have the privilege to decide when you're going to escape your oppression, momentarily escape your oppression. As a black man, I don't have that choice. As a black man, I don't have that choice. Sorry. Fucking sorry, man. I'm sorry. Now, excuse me as I take another break from oppression. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Peace out. Peace out.